Baby, I would climb the Andes slowly to count the freckles on your body. Never could imagine there were only 10 million ways to love somebody. Can't you see I'm at your feet?
Good morning.
Why, hello, everybody. It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with Wendy Stibalis, aka Wen Lopez. Wen Lopez N. So, what's the N stand for? That?
It's my second last name.
Oh, what was your second last name?
I don't want to say.
Okay, disregard. Is that by marriage, or is that by like this is my dad's, this is my mom's last name?
My dad is Lopez, and my mom's is with the N.
Gotcha. So we have a drop in a few minutes. Are you going for? I mean, it's a comic. I no reason why you wouldn't, right? You going for it?
Yeah, I think okay. I'm just going to try my luck because I don't have that much luck with the drop. So whatever happens is good.
Yeah. Do you have any drops that you've skipped so far? But like, I don't really want this one, or is there? You just go for everyone just because?
I skipped the Trog and the Trog because I didn't like it. So, but Lucky because I didn't have gems.
Oh yeah. Well, Lucky was kind of just that was sprung on us like last minute. Like I didn't know about it.
Really?
Did you? Yeah, they because that was for San Diego Comic-Con, so that was in July, and that was on like a Sunday. Like we weren't supposed to know about it, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they did the same thing with one of the Mondo's posters, like this time, like a couple Sundays ago. And I was browsing the app. And I was like, oh, so I take a screenshot, I post it on YouTube. Like, guys, we got like 12 minutes. Let's go. I post on Twitter. And I feel like if I didn't do that, I would have gotten one. But I did that, and then I didn't get any. I was like, oh. And then, yeah, everyone's like, oh, thanks, Chavez.
What happened with the Lucky? Were you on time?
No, the Lucky, I didn't know about it until after it already happened. I forget what I was doing. It was a Sunday, so probably not much. I don't know. But I just go on the app and I see, or I think I'm watching something on Netflix because I look on my phone and so my notifications are just blown up. And then I go and I feel like, oh, did you see Lucky? It's like, did I see Lucky? I'm thinking like is that like a character on like a soap opera or something? Like I don't know what that means. And then I find out I was like, oh, I miss it, and I felt like such a bad content creator because I didn't get it because I didn't like tell people about it. And so I noticed that you had about 996 subscribers as of this morning.
Yeah, I have.
And look, it would be really fun to be able to go and because I got 5,000 subscribers while I was on your stream. It'd be really great if everyone here can go down to the description below and at the bottom and go to Wendy's channel and subscribe to her and get her to 1,000. She's literally got 4 more left, so be that 1,000 subscriber.
That's true.
Yes,
that's true. Oh, I did. Well, I saw in the morning, but I didn't know that you were going to do that for me. Thank you so much, Wendy. Yes, that's really nice of you.
Of course, got it. And then so there are 2 separate channels, right? Is there a Women X Veve channel, or is that?
No, it happened by coincidence because when I did the first stream, it was in my channel, and then after, we tried out other girls, but some of them. It's really hard sometimes being a woman and trying to do content. Yeah. So some of them didn't want to, and so I had to do basically most of them, except Claire was going to do Dan on her channel, but we couldn't set up on time, so I had to not host, but to do it on my channel. And Jeremy Padawer was on Biscuits, but the next season of Women X Veve, they are going to have a channel that is dedicated for the Women X Veve.
And because you kind of created that, and that's your baby, and that's something that you obviously put a lot of work into. You said on your podcast me last time that you were going to step away from that. Is that hard to see, to kind of raise a child and let it go?
Yes, it is hard, but sometimes you have to think more in the greater good. That means that maybe if I'm keeping doing on my stream, maybe the girls feel that I'm doing all of that is just on my channel. So yes, I do understand that they want to do something else, and sometimes you just have to take a step away so people can grow. And when I start doing the first stream, I'm not taking the credit of all of the women exhibit because I know that we are more. But I'm just saying that the first stream that I did, my idea was that exactly that the girls feel confident by streaming, by creating content, by just showing to the community that we also have a voice, you know? So for me, it's fine. And I think maybe I reached the goal that they are going to launch another YouTube channel dedicated for the women XBB. Yes, so for me, it's fine. So I love to see people grow. And so, yes, it's hard. I really cried a lot, but I think it's the best for people and for the community as well.
Yeah. I love that happened, because I feel like I've seen this in gyms before where, maybe like a girl wants to get into like self-defense and she wants to get into like boxing or whatever. And maybe she just wants to learn like the basics, like how to counterpunch or whatever. And then she gets intimidated because she sees two guys like really going crazy in the ring, and like, one's bleeding and the other like gets slapped in the face, sweat pops off, and they get turned off from it. But it really helps when they see other women in the gym. And I feel like now kind of some of the same things are happening, or at least happened before, where you see like me, you see Taps Trades and Dan Lee and Foster Hilt and Cavell Anderson, and there wasn't any women. So it was really awesome to see you go and do that, to like be like the first one to break the barrier to entry. Was that lonely at first?
Well, I have to clarify that there were more girls, just that maybe because, well, I have one advantage, that is that I'm single and I don't have babies or anything. So I took the time to just focus on just doing what I was doing. But there were, I think, Crypto Baby, Omi Goddess, and NFT Queen, and Orange. They were also doing content, but I guess because they're, well, it was funny because I lost my job, so that's what I had time. And but I know that they have also like families and job. But when I started streaming, it was not that lonely because I first started to stream with Kaki. No, the first one was with Johnny Dunn, and I like talk on the stream about Veve. I never thought that I was going to have more than 5 views in my life. Like never, no here. Because in real life, I'm not very social. So I never was on the spot or anything. So it was weird when I started to see more views, more than 5 views. I was like, what? But was lonely trying to, some people understand that, for example, with the Women XBB, my intentions were not like taking advantage of the platform or anything, or that was hard. That was the most lonely part. Not streaming, but people that understand that I just was doing what I loved, and that is talking about Veve. So yeah.
That's great. And what was your mindset like when you said you thought you would never get more than like 5 views, but you did it anyway? What was your line of thinking, where it's like, did you feel like some sense of responsibility, or did you feel like, hey, this is fun, or what else do I have to do? What was your mindset going into that?
I felt more committed to the people because I have tried to help people on Facebook when I was doing escrow. So I felt that I had to be more committed, which I already was. But it was a different audience between Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. So I feel that I had to try to figure out how to do better streams, or how to pay for a license, for having more people on the screen. Because that was like, I wanted to have more girls, so I paid for the license. And the first one, some of the girls helped me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel more committed, that I had to put now my investment of my time trying to understand how can I bring more value to the community.
Okay, good for you. Now that you are about to reach that level of partner for YouTube, do you think that you have a responsibility to maybe like not walk away even if you want to? Because now so many people, especially women, are looking up to you and it's like, oh, I need to do that?
If I didn't quit
You did
when
it.
no,
You,
oh my god,
you did it.
oh my god.
You did it. You did it.
Thank you. Oh my god. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. God. Oh my god, that is so beautiful.
We did it, boys. We did it, ladies.
Thank you so much, Randy. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much. Oh my god, Randy. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, family.
Yeah, definitely be proud and realize that this is the first step. Like this is the first. It's a major step. And you should be very proud, but there's gonna be a lot more to come. So
I was expecting only 1K, and more than that. For me, I'm just glad and grateful, and I can believe it. I can believe it because you said, "Hey, mass murders." You just said that if I have the responsibility to be more committed, I didn't quit when I had so much bad things against me the last 2 months, even though that I had to flex with Women Ex Vivi. So, and I have been through a lot of bad shit. So
yeah. All right. Well, I want to get into more of that in a second, but right now we got to open the Veve app and try for this drop. So for those of you that don't know, definitely update the app if you haven't already in the Play Store. But when you open the app, what you got to do for people that are new here, you got to hit that digital collectibles. The drop down will appear. Hit that digital comics, and then on the top left, or my top left, is always going to be the one that is new, and that's the drop. That's my friend Lilith. She is going to interrupt
55 seconds, 52.
Yeah, we got this. So what I do is I usually wait till this is like 20 seconds, and then I'll X out of it, and then because I feel like, and this might just be me being like stupid or like conspiracy or whatever, but I feel like the countdown on the buy now or on the drop date thing, I feel like that clock goes slower than the actual time, and if I stay on there, I'll be behind by like a half a second or a second. Now that's just like wild speculation, but that's just what I do. So Xing out. Dashi, wish us luck. We gotta
Dashi.
So less than 10 seconds. Let's get this bread. Let's get this three.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay. Reserving.
Oh fuck.
Oh damn. Oh, bye now. Bye now. All right, and as soon as it takes your gems, you're good to go. You're good to X out and try for the rebound. Oh, I got it. I'm going to try for the rebound. Do you have any luck with the rebound?
No, I don't have like 0.
I've never gotten a rebound, but I am hoping one day I will be able to smash that button. And
I know.
Nope, there's not.
You see, guys, why I'm always team common or team nothing, because my luck is really bad.
But that is okay. I'll look to see what I got later. So what was the? I know that you had mentioned, or maybe I think I saw it on your post, that when you first started or after you started gaining some traction, you had a couple of people that were, or a lot, like you'd get a decent amount of likes on the video, but also a lot of dislikes. I know you said you had a bunch of positive comments though. Were there any like negative comments on the video, or were they too scared to put their name out there? They just disliked the video.
Well, that's a funny story because it was weird because all of my videos had a lot of dislike. I'm like, what? Because the content was not bad or anything, and the comments were super nice, super cool. I think people, when you are not brave enough, because I do understand that people can not like my content, and that's fine. Like, I know that I'm not perfect. But when you don't have the courage to say, you know what, I don't like the way you speak, or I don't like the way you do things, I don't take serious that people, because they are just behind a screen and don't have the courage to say what they don't like, So for me, it was like, well, there is a lot of dislike. Well, thank you, because that helps me at the end of the day in the algorithm with YouTube. That helps me. So
Yeah,
thank you at the end of the day, So
I
I don't
do like
mind.
that. Yeah. I was like, comment it up, haters. Just do it. That's good for the YouTube algorithm. You had also mentioned in one of your posts the other day that you just graduated or you're about to.
I'm about to, I think, in 2 weeks. Well, I have to defend my thesis. So I already finished all the classes. So in Mexico, when you finish all the classes, it's like you are kind of graduate. I just need the degree, and the degree I have to just defend my thesis in order to get the master.
Oh, that's awesome. So, and what's the degree in?
In pedagogy, I don't know if you know, in education.
Oh, okay. All right. What type of, is it like middle school education, or you go to be?
No, my background is to be at is for being is for to teach in university, because my field is neuroscience and learning. So
Oh, wow.
that's my thesis. So the degree is in education, but my thesis is in neuroscience and learning. So research about
Oh,
that.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So would you be one to, would you, is it in the field of saying like, hey, let me, to get like 10 subjects and you have one watch a really happy movie and have one watch like a war movie and then put like quantitative QEEGs on them and see like their brain waves, like
No,
neuroscience or medications?
no,
Tell me what.
my that is going to be a little bit hard to explain in English, because a lot of words that in academic, I don't really know them in English. But what I do is to understand how combining neuroscience and education is affecting the meaning of learning, which means in research, you have to have one concept to, let's say, to define a process like learning. So what I am doing is, I don't know. Oh my God, the words are really hard. Epistemology. I don't know if you know what is that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand the process of learning
Mhm.
from the point of view with neuroscience and education, how they are doing research. If that makes
Can
sense. It's
Yeah,
more,
can things be skewed though? Like, can your study be skewed saying like, well, yeah, these are the results for these X amount of people, but we have no clue that this person like was sick or this person has really good nutrition and this person has really bad nutrition and therefore it might have affected the study. Like, do you have to have control of every single variable?
no, in my perspective, I mean, in my research, I did more like I talked to experts in the field, and I tried to see how they are meaning the concept. So what I was doing is building the concept through their point of view. So I had to talk to experts in the field,
Okay.
in the world, and trying to define how the concept is evolving. I don't know. It's hard to explain
Yeah, no, I
in
get it.
English.
That seems really fun. So you would go and you would work for like a lab, or would you work for like a university?
For a university, my all my background is for, well, I actually was working already in the UNAM. I don't know if you have heard about that university. That's the best university in Latin America. It's
Mhm.
in Mexico. I was working there, but I lost my job because the contract ended. And to be
Ah, damn.
honest, that I was really involved in VV distract me a little bit.
Okay, so do you think, now obviously no education is a waste because you learn a lot and you grow as a person, and especially if you like the field that you study in, it can be really exciting. But do you feel that because of your investments in VV and OMI, and I don't know which collectibles you have or how big of OMI bag you have, do you think that there's like, hey, I kind of just spent all this time going to school and I'm going to be really, really rich in the next couple of years. That was kind of a waste. Do you feel like that, or do you feel like will you still work when you have a bunch of money, or is it just like, eh?
uh, um, well, when I chose my career, it was because I wanted to help people. It's the same heart. Because I know that education can change people's life. And I'm not saying just university, or which for me is important to go to university, more about because how it helps you to think. But besides that, since the beginning I chose education because I thought that education was going to change people's life, because the more educated, well, you have more chances in life. But also when I chose oh, thank you, KrepoBrooke. I don't know if I pronounced well your name, sorry. So I knew since the beginning that I was going to choose my career for what I love. I know for returnment. So I always knew that I was going to do something else. I didn't expect that I was going to be this time, like when I was 30 years, so
Yeah.
it was surprising. But if I had the money, I will go to study my PhD. I would love to go to Harvard, but yeah.
Wow. So you have so the PhD, would it continue in just specifically neuroscience, or would you go and say like, oh, hey, artificial intelligence combining with neuroscience might be the future, and I might go there? Or would you stay in the field that you're in?
That's a good question. I would say, well, I think one problem right now is that people don't understand what is multidisciplinary. That means when a lot of disciplines trying to understand a phenomenon. So,
Okay.
for example, what I was doing is combining neuroscience, psychology, and education to try to understand a phenomenon that is learning.
That's a lot.
So, I think that can be understood also in another field, like in investment. So when we combine, let's say, sociology or philosophy and technology, and trying to understand how, for example, in communities, how we can use the three of them, the technology one side, like for example in Veve, the software, all the development, but also how we can combine with how to build community, how to understand people, why people like the products. That combining those elements is more important than just to choose one field, which means neuroscience is not just about neuroscience, because we are not just a brain. We are also a human with a lot of complex things like cultural emotion, etc. So yeah, the better that we understand that it's not about just one thing, that might be better.
So that is wow. I'm trying to think. Akomi could definitely use you, like as that you could work. They could hire you because you clearly understand a lot about that. Like just obviously just being a fan, just being like in the Spanish community, that would be very, very helpful for them to be able to translate stuff. And then there is a interest in knowing the psychology behind what people want and what people want to buy, and how much they would spend. How has that affected your buying of NFTs?
Well, right now I had to stop to buy a lot, because before when I was doing extra, I received tips that helped me to reinvest them. So all my tips were reinvested in my collectibles. But right now, like I don't have any extra income. I can't buy. So right now I'm not buying that much. I'm just expecting on the drops to get something good, and that's it. But when I was buying my collectibles, yes, actually I try to understand what people like, and that has helped me to do really good choices. For example, and also to educate myself. Like, for example, with comics, I didn't know anything about comics. Like, I have never been a reader or anything, so I didn't know anything. But I went into the Crypto and Comics podcast, which I recommend highly. I know that there are someone else, but I like more Crypto and Comics because I know him. So he actually helped me to decide which collectibles was better, which comic was better, and that helped me. Couldn't get one in Cinemex today. You are in Mexico City, huh?
Yeah, we got puppy.
Oh,
we got a puppy.
That's my Esa. Sorry, she's annoying.
No, it's fine. I love puppies. Yeah. Yes. So there's a bunch of things that I wish I knew more about. Like I have an advantage just because I've been in the collecting side and just because I've watched people over the years, but I don't actually. I know that certain things happen, but I don't know like why they happen. As much as you would, which is great. And you said that right now in Mexico, would you ever move to the States, or would you ever?
That if I want to move to the States?
Yeah, or are you Mexico for life? Like, because you're from Colombia, right?
Yes, I'm from Bogota, Colombia. People have told me that many times, but to be honest, I don't know. Like, okay, I'm not engaged with Mexico City. I like the city because
Mhm.
it has a lot of opportunities by exploring, but I feel that I'm like a bird, which means that I'm not only in one place. I have lived in many places my whole life. So if one day I have a really good opportunity to move to the States, maybe I will go. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest, right now, it will be impossible because I don't know how to afford if the States is really expensive for me. So yeah, but maybe in the future I have an opportunity. I will think about it. I'm
Okay.
not saying that no, but no, I don't know, to be honest.
Okay. I think that'd be pretty cool. That because I know Champ and Hello K, they're in the UK, and I think they like the UK pretty much. It's easier for them because they've they speak the language a little more. They're native English speakers, and obviously you started with Spanish. Do you know any other languages?
I know a little bit of Italian, but
No,
just
nice.
a little bit because I'm trying to. I love languages.
Mhm.
What I love in life is culture, and one of the elements of culture is language. So I was trying to understand Italian because I love when they speak. I'm like, just keep talking, say whatever you want. So I would love to visit as well, Italy. Yeah. So that.
You ever been to Italy?
No, I have never been, and actually,
So much fun.
it is because
Yeah,
I watched a movie. I don't know if you have seen that one before, but it's uh, Eat, Pray, and Love.
I have not.
Okay, well, in the movie, it's about a girl that goes to three countries, and the first one I think is Italy, and I just see myself just walking by myself, eating gelato, just seeing the monument. I don't mean, I just want to go on there, and I love Europe. I have been in Europe, but not in Italy.
Yeah, yeah. I used to go like every year, and then COVID happened. And it's like, oh man, I can't go anymore. I
Oh
mean,
my god.
hopefully I'll be able to go next year when things calm down a little bit.
Mm.
But yeah, a bunch of like not immigration laws, just people, a country saying like, oh, you come in here, you have to quarantine for a few weeks, and you have to. It's like, oh my god, it's so much time. Um, but yeah, it's really exciting. Rome is a little expensive though. It's like, oof. I mean, and it was expensive like 5 years ago, and so I can only
Mm.
imagine now it's probably even more expensive.
Yes,
Uh,
I have to
but
save a lot to go to Europe. So yeah.
same. Uh, when did when did you leave Colombia, and what reason was it? Like family, or you just was it for college?
My mom married a Mexican, so
Hmm.
she brought my brother and myself when I was 17. I'm 30 years old now, so that's like 13 years ago. That's why we arrived here, but I stayed because of the university, because in Colombia it's too expensive to study, and here the education is way better.
Oh, nice. Oh, so it's cheaper, and you get a better quality education.
Yeah, way cheaper. In Colombia, it's very expensive to study. And here, my master didn't cost me anything because it's public university. So
That's awesome. And you have your master's too. It's not just the bachelor's like 4 years. Like, and I'm not knocking down bachelor's. I don't have any formal education. I have 1 semester of community college, so it's it's basically nothing. Uh, but that's great. And you have a so 30. We're the same age. When's your birthday? What month?
April 16th.
Okay, and mine's December 15th.
15, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So you have that, and you said you've lived many places. Have you lived other places? Like where other places have you lived?
I have only lived in Mexico and Colombia, but in Mexico, I have lived in a state that is called Nayarit. And there I lived like in two cities, at Tepic and Puerto Vallarta. Then moved to Mexico City, and yeah, that's it for now.
Okay. So you mentioned that there was a robbery recently. Are you in like a safe place? Is it kind of sketch? Are you okay?
Oh my! Well, I am okay. What happened was that um, I well, well, I don't want to go into too many details, but yeah,
Yeah.
someone get into my place and they stole everything, and I'm in the safe place, but they are going to change the keys and try the security is better. But I am going to move because right now is a it's a little bit. The place outside of my house, it's fine because it's not. It's a place where a lot of people go, so it's a little bit populated. So that is made a little bit secure, but the place itself is not that secure, and because of that happens. So yes, I'm a little bit afraid of here, but I have to wait because in Mexico City rent is so expensive, so I have to wait.
Okay. Well, let us know if you if you need anything. Well,
No, don't worry.
so
Don't worry, I'm fine.
I didn't know this until recently, but Taps is half Mexican. Do you know that?
I heard about that, but I was not so sure.
Like you didn't believe it? Like, they try to fool me. Yeah, no, he told me it was like a month ago or something. Oh my God, the baby! Hi.
She says to say hi. Hi. Before she starts to bark.
So if Akomi asked you, they're like, hey, we have, it's like the app, let's say, is already translated into, like, say, Spanish, Italian, and whatever, and they asked you to say, like, to kind of work for them, saying, hey, would you help in the rollout of the Spanish-speaking community, all of Central and South America? Would you do it?
Yes, of course, I would love to. What better place to work than the place that I love the most, that is Veve. I would love to, but I don't know if that is going to happen.
Well, do they know what your degree is in? Do they know what your background is in?
I don't know.
I mean, like, I feel like if they knew that, they're like, oh man, she just lost her job. Scoop her up. Get her right now.
Well, I don't know if they know, because how I'm going to tell them, like, in what moment I have.
That's true. when you come to Designer Con, well, we'll go to like, hey, that would be, if they offered you a job like that. Like, again, I don't know where their offices are. Would you stay at that point? Would you be like, oh, hey, like Antonio Banderas, when he went from Spain and he was filming like Mambo Kings in like New Mexico, whatever, he stayed here for like 8 months while he worked. Would you do that? It's like, yeah, come, and they find you like a cheap apartment somewhere, and then you just
no. Yes, of course. Like I said, I'm like a bird, and what that means is that I can fly to everywhere that I want to, and I love to travel. That's cool. My passion. To travel is like my favorite thing in the world. So I don't mind. Like, I know that I live here in Mexico City, but it doesn't mean that if I have the chance, I'm not gonna take it, because no.
Oh, that's so cool.
My place is the world, no one city.
I love that. That's great. So when you said you love to travel. Have you had any interesting experiences at like airports, or are you seeing people like, that's a weird guy? I wonder, like, ever see anyone get kicked off a plane?
Well, for me, it was very interesting when I went to Europe. My mom gave me that trip because I graduated from bachelor, and in the back, how do you say? Like, yes, my first degree. So I went to Norway, and that was the first time that I saw a woman that is Muslim. So for me, it was very impressive to see her with the burqa, and I was like, of course, because I have a different background and I'm really respectful of cultures, I was impressed, like, wow, why? And trying to not judge from my point of view, because of course I know that this because of their religion. But for me, that was impressive. And also to see a man taking care of a baby, because unfortunately in my culture, that's kind of weird. But I was impressed. I was like, wow, that is possible, because I'm feminist. So that was very impressive for me to see that it was something equal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that was the most weird. But besides that, no, I haven't seen anything weird.
Yeah, there's kind of in like the 90s, I guess, into like early 2000s, there was a really big shift in dynamic where women it used to be like, women would stay home and take care of the kids, men would work. And then there's a big shift in the 90s where a lot of women, at least in the US, would go back to work. And I don't know if it was because it just happened, or because things got more expensive to get to pay for a mortgage, and the women needed to work. But there's this big shift, and you see it on like TV as well, like Everybody Loves Raymond or Friends, where it's like the men, all they do is they work, and it's the women that know what's going. They do all like the shopping, they take care of like the finances. And there was a joke in Everybody Loves Raymond. He was saying like, "Oh, I work for her, don't I?" Because she was the one that handled the money and is like, "Oh, hey, babe, can we get this?" Like, "No, we can't afford it." It's like, "Oh," like he's asking permission for it. I thought that was really interesting. What are your goals as being a feminist and breaking barriers, being an influencer, a pretty big one in Veve? What do you want to say to other women, or what do you want to say to people in general?
I think that everyone has a voice, not just besides that women, also LGBTQ people, Latin people, or minor cultures that we have in the app. That everyone has a voice, not just like the big people, which is also important because we need a balance between big whales, big influencers, but also about the people that doesn't have the spot or the platform to just say what they are thinking. So yeah, I think is that, especially with because I'm a woman and I'm Latina, so they both I have both of them. So that is I think that's it. That everyone has a voice and that everyone has an opinion and that you are important and that you matter actually.
Agreed. Who are some of your inspirations growing up?
Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. She was my inspiration to be the best student at the school, and I actually graduated with honors from bachelor and with the master. I'm about to get the degree, but with the, how do you say, like the grades, the numbers, I went well. Hermione Granger, for me, I'm also inspired by Hermione Granger and Emma Watson. Malala.
Love her.
Michelle Obama. I'm not thinking about the political side, just how she is as women.
Yeah.
Because I try to avoid politics, because I can go really intense on that topic. But yeah, how she is as women. J.K. Rowling, because she comes from a poor background. So yes.
Yeah, I love that about her as well. And also that she was a billionaire and then she fell off the billionaires list because she gave so much to charity. Like that's the goal. That's
exactly.
That's one day. One day
you will. I know. And also she also struggled with depression when she was writing Harry Potter. And for me, that's very meaningful because I struggled with the same.
What helped you with that? Like what?
That's a hard topic.
Okay.
No, but no. It's just no. I don't hide it. Like I actually have written about this in my blog. But I think what helps me right now has helped me be the community, because last year. Okay, I'm going to be really open on your stream.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yes, I'm not saying this because to manipulate or because I'm a crybaby. I'm just telling my story. So in December 2019, I had an attempt of suicide. So, but I was lucky enough because nothing happened to me, of course. But I went to clinic. So last year I was recovering and healing and stuff, and that went well. And this year, when I found out about Veve, I found a passion because I have lost passion the last 5 years struggling with depression and anxiety. So Veve helped me. So right now what has helped me is the community, to know that I can do more things that I thought, because I always thought that I only was a good student and that's it. But right now I know that I can help people, that I can have a voice, that I can give a spot to other girls, to other women, to the Latin culture. And I think that helped me, Veve. And right now what helps me is to exercise and Veve. Well, and NFT space in general, but especially the community.
So at that time, that was, I mean, in America, they go from, usually the semesters go from like August to December. Was it like the stress of like finals for school? Was it financial stuff that was really getting you down at that point?
Can you repeat the question? Because I think I didn't understand.
Yeah, in December of 2019, was it the stress of finals for school that drove you to that point? Was it finances, heartbreak?
In December 2019, that was like the bottom line, because I struggled like 5 years with depression.
Oh,
But that
wow.
was like, and I did everything to get healed. And I just felt that the best thing that happened in the world was, and for my family, was that I don't exist. I know that I was wrong. I was bad in my mind. So, but I'm better now. That was my thought back then. And yes, I was engaged. I had a boyfriend that was a little bit toxic, the relationship, because of course I also had some fault on being with
Yeah.
someone like him. So it was just, I thought that I couldn't do more. So I said, you know what? I can't. And actually, funny thing is that my school was always fine. I always
Yeah.
was fine. Money was fine. I was like in a good spot. Like that's the thing with depression. That you think just if you have really bad environment means that you are going to have depression, but that was not the case in my case. I had everything. Like I had a school, I had, well, at least a decent amount of money. I had a relationship. I know that my mom and my dad and my family loves me, but my mind was not good. So
Yeah.
yes, so of course, if something bad happened with my ex-boyfriend, that means that I was going to take more deeper, because depression is really hard, because
Yeah.
you feel empty, you feel that everything is bad, even that you have everything around as well, and you feel empty inside. So yes, it's hard. It was a mix of a lot of things, but I think it was more like I was just struggling for 5 years, and that was like the bottom.
Yeah, that sounds really rough. And I know that not many people get it, or the people that they're not affected by it, they're like, oh, what do you have to be depressed about? And a lot of people don't know that depression doesn't care if like you're rich or you're
Mm-mm.
famous or everything's going well. It's attacks people equally and differently, but it doesn't care, where you are in
Mm-mm.
life. So that's something that most everyone, whatever culture you're in, wherever you are, you can definitely be affected by it. What are the mental health facilities like in Mexico? Is it common to, it's like, oh, hey, yeah, no, there's a therapist on this block, there's a therapist on that block, or is it kind of few and far between?
No, I have the luck that my mom is a psychologist, so
Oh, wow.
that helped me, because the dark night, that how I called the night that I did what I did. My mom knew how to handle the situation, and also, well, that year before December 2019, I went to the university. And the university there is a how do you say psychiatra, like
Psychiatry?
psychiatry and a psychologist. So I went there, but no, it's not often. People think that if you go to the that thing, psychiatra,
Yeah.
and the psychologist, you are crazy. But thankfully, my mom is a psychologist, so she always told me that I had to find someone reliable. So she helped me to find some good doctors, and yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad you're able to get that. And now obviously you have a bunch of things to fight for in the Veve family. It does get a little. I will say that you have that thing of responsibility, like, oh, people expect me to do this and to do that, but take a break if you need it. Definitely go and do that. But if you let's say are immortalized, let's say in Colombia and Mexico, because you have obviously you're from you're Colombian, you're from there, and you lived in Mexico for a while, and those places like claim you, like they just like, oh she's from here, like if you like a hometown hero type of thing, and you make it big. What is something that you want to be like remembered for? What do you want some people to know you for?
Um, a Supergirl.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
I saw your profile picture with Supergirl.
That's a funny thing, because that's how people on Facebook start to call me when I start to help them. I think I want the people reminds me for bringing joy and bring positive, and I know that I have made mistakes and maybe I have hurt people, but never have been like, I'm not waking up in the morning, I'm going to hurt people, because I'm not like that at all. I'm the opposite. So I think people want that remind me for just helping people and for loving people, for loving the community, because I really do feel love for the community.
Yeah, no, same. I know you say you like all different types of culture. What's your
Mm.
favorite one so far that you've experienced? Like, oh, these people know how to do it.
I think Norwegians.
Why Norwegians?
the way they think, the way they have built the country, the way how they see life. Only they need a little bit more of the spiciness from the Latin culture because they are really cold sometimes. But yes, I think the way they think is, for me, is impressive.
Yeah, they I served with a couple of Norwegian guys in Kuwait where they had really good coffee. They're all really tall. And I was like, oh, hey guys.
I know. So when I was in Norway, that was funny because I'm really tiny. I'm 156 centimeters. I don't know how much is that in feet, but I'm really tiny.
I'm on Google. I'm going to go.
156 centimeters. I'm the same height than Shakira. The same. We are the same.
Oh, she's really short. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like 5'2" or something like that.
I think it's like 5. I'm like 5 or something.
Yeah.
I think.
Tall is yeah, she's 5'2".
Yeah, I'm the same height that I heard.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So in Norway, I was like, but funny thing is like I woke and while I was looking at them like, wow, they were looking at me like, oh, that was funny. That was funny. That was really funny. Yes, but Norwegians, I really like how they think. Especially, well, I think Norwegians, the Scandinavian area, like, I really like.
Yeah, you can't play volleyball with them because they just spike on you all day. It's like, oh, I get frustrated.
Yes, but I really like their mindset. So.
Yeah, no, they're great. I like them. Well, where would be your favorite place to live? Like, would it be Norwegia? Would it be Italy? Or you haven't been to Italy yet, but.
I don't want to marry to one place, but.
Oh, okay.
I want to. My dream is just maybe to have some place in Mexico and in Colombia to just go like to put my stuff and travel around the world. But I would love to be also in Norway and New York.
Cool. So for the ways to achieve that, obviously you're going to have revenue coming in from YouTube at some point pretty soon. You'll get an email saying, hey, you got the subscribers, you got the hours watched. Because you do a lot of interviews on there, which is great. You do a lot of, you have a bunch of, and it's not just like, it's like random people, like they're really cool, interesting people that you have on. So you have a really good reputation for getting those people on there. And me, of course, as well.
Of course, it's Randy. They're Randy.
But is there and you don't have to give like an exact amount, but the Omi bag, are you in the millions? You have a couple 100,000 Omi?
No, I don't have that much Omi like I would like to because it's hard. Mande? Digo, what?
Oh, you're focused on the digital collectibles?
Yes, I think I have more in digital collectibles than Omi, but it's also the same. The problem with Omi is that for me, dollar is too expensive. So I have tried to, but still, all that I can, I go to Omi. And like I have been in crypto for 3 years, so I don't buy it all the time. I'm just buying when I see the good opportunity. So I have both in good, like 0016, 0028, and 005.
Nice.
Yesterday I bought a little bit. I think it was yesterday or 1
or 2 days. Oh, that's good. You bought before the ride.
Yeah,
like 0.007 something.
Actually, yes, I bought actually before Disney announcement.
Oh, nice. Oh, you did it right, man. You did.
And same happened with Marvel. That was, well, I saw the Disney announcement, and so I went fast to buy the crypto before it went to heaven. So yeah, I did.
What are the favorite digital collectibles you have?
Which one?
What are the favorite digital collectibles you have? Like which one's like, oh, this is mine?
I love Lucky. I love Pride. I love Fantastic Four.
Oh, you got Pride?
I got it in the drop. I got the whole set in the drop.
Oh my God! Congrats. That is I think eventually when that goes to OpenSea, even if it doesn't go to OpenSea, I feel like that's going to be a $20,000 item at some point. Like that's going to be nice.
And also I have a low mint on the Pride one. Actually, I have my Givenchy set. I have matching numbers in the ultra rare. Both are the same mint, and the Givenchy and the Rewind, they are counting number. Like 246 is, I think, is Pride, and 247 is the Rewind, or something like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So jealous. I'm so jealous.
You don't have Pride?
I had a Rewind logo because like I was so stupid. Because I didn't really start collecting the digital collectibles until like July, and by that time it was already like at least like a grand or 1,400 or whatever. It's like, I'll wait for it to go down, and then it just kept going up and up, and I was like, oh, so I didn't. I was just gonna. I got the Rewind logo for a couple $100, and then as I was running out of money to get more drops, like, well, now it's like $1,100. I sold it for 1,000 because to complete that set would have cost me like $10,000. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to complete that set because it's too much money. So I'll sell that and I'll use that to complete other sets. And then now I'm selling some of the sets for Omi. So like,
yeah, I think your strategy is more into Omi. Mine has been more into the NFTs, I think.
Yeah, it's sorry. I wish I had money for both. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's only temporary, the selling the NFTs for Omi. And once Omi moons, like, okay, well then I could buy as many NFTs as I wanted to. Would you ever sell these? If it's enough money, or you're just like, oh, not special.
My NFTs, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, for me right now, because it's hard to hold something, because I know that if I sell my Givenchy set, I could afford an apartment at least in Puerto Vallarta. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard not to do so, so it's like I have to have diamond hands, because someone actually offered me as well Secret Rare for the Fantastic Four Secret Rare. They offer me like a decent amount of money, and I'm right now thinking, man, I have to pay my credit card, I have to pay my staff, I don't have a job. Like right now I'm just trying to start some stuff so I can get actually my teacher. I'm going to start my own clothes shop so I can have some money. So
you do have your own shop?
Yes, I'm starting a new one. I'm going to launch it.
Send me the link.
Okay, will do. Thank you. No, I'm going to share the promo, I think, today or tomorrow. But yeah, so not to sell my NFTs is really challenging because it's a lot of money that I could just pay the credit card and just to be chill, But I also believe that if I can wait and have diamond hands, maybe it's going to be where I can maybe pay credit card and buy a house, So I have to think long term. But it's very challenging. But also at the same time, I would love to hold, for example, the DeLorean that was my first drop.
Okay, cool.
I would love to hold it. I don't want to sell that one, and I also have a low mint on that one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have a low mint on my Ultra DeLorean as well, which I don't. I think I just got it by accident, right? Like, just hey, cool, I got this one. So I was like, I'll keep that for a while, and I'm really curious to see what we can do with those DeLoreans in the Veve verse when that comes out. What is your favorite aspect, or that you hope to see next year when the Veve verse is launched?
I think interaction with people. How we are going to, like, all that we are building into the community, but between Discord, between Twitter, between Facebook, between, like I don't know if you have seen this, Randy, but like every platform is different. Like Facebook people is different than Twitter, than Discord, like it's a different community,
Yeah, well, Facebook tends to be older people, and then Twitter tends to be a little bit younger, and Discord tends to be a little bit younger than that. Is that what you mean, or just like different personalities?
Yes, I think, for example, some people that they know on Twitter, they don't know on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or the opposite, that some people that they know on Facebook, they don't know on Twitter, or the same or with Discord. So I would love to see in the Veve how all the interactions is going to be gathered in just one place, and how we are going to connect, how we are going to develop new jobs like to work. Yeah. Yes, that's what I like the most.
I've already told people that some of the showrooms are just beautiful, and like the videos that they do, where I saw one yesterday where they had they almost made like an elevator with one of the posters, like, rise going down and like going up. Like, that's amazing.
I don't know how they do it. Like, I also interviewed the Voltaholics. Man, they are so creative, man. Like, I really admire. I'm really fan of Ryan. I don't know how.
Ryan Dunn?
No, it's Ryan. Romantec, I think it's his name. In Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
He is amazing, and all of the Boltaholics, I just love. I don't know how they do it. I just open my app and it crashed, and I don't want to. I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, there's and if we're going to have, let's say, like a showroom 2.0, or our house in the Veve verse is meant to kind of like show off what we got. Like, I tried making a cool showroom, and all my things are just lined up. Like, it doesn't look fun, doesn't look festive. And then I see some people that they put their collectibles in the sky, and the shadows write out like the words Akomi or Veve. I was like, that is so cool. And I would totally hire people to make my house look really awesome in the Veve verse, because I want it to look awesome. I don't know how to do that. So yeah, a lot of jobs will be created.
Yes, I agree with you. I actually, I think I talked with Johnny Dunn that he wants to have a museum as well.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, that is crazy. All the possibilities. Other things besides the connection that we are going to have in the Veve verse are exactly those creative minds, like the museums or an art show or something like an art gallery, and just to go to see other collectibles. And when we have the museum of the Veve, or like with the low mint numbers, that might be great. And how to interact the collectibles between like the Ghostbuster with the ghost trap. How do you call the Slimer with the ghost trap? The interaction, that might be great.
I can't wait for that. What are you most excited to see come that has been announced? Like, we have like Fast and Furious, we have Jurassic Park. What ones have been announced that we don't have the NFTs yet that you're most excited for?
I think Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, Star Wars, because my dad is a really, really big fan of Star Wars. So I want to buy one NFT for him. I'm trying to think of the brands. Jurassic Park, I think. Yeah, I think Jurassic Park and Star Wars.
I can't wait for those. So which ones out of Star Wars are you like? Light side like Luke and Leia and Rey, or the dark side like Vader, Darth Maul?
I would love to have Darth Vader, man. Like Darth Vader, or maybe interactive, like zoom with the how do you call the
lightsaber?
Zoom. And what about it to interact in the Veveverse, to have actually fights with the collectibles?
That I would be really curious to see also, if they could interact, like Captain America's shield versus Darth Vader's lightsaber, and would one cut through it? Would it not? Like, I'd be so curious to see that.
Or with Superman, when I write Superman, maybe that they make Superman interactive. Because actually, I don't know if you saw, but Trevor told us that Ritmo was not planned in the beginning as animated. They made it after, right? So what about if they do something with Superman or with other collectible that they
That'd
don't know?
Great. Like Laser Eye, like Laser, they don't even have to make them animated. Just like push a button, so, the red lasers come out. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, a lot. I can all the possibilities that to interact like different brands, like Marvel versus DC, but in a friendly way, like Superman with Captain America or something like that, or the Avengers with the Justice League. I just can't wait. I need to see that. Like, I need to see. I can't wait, man. Time passed fast, but at the same time, time passed so low. It's so low. Like,
no, no. I mean, they've announced some really cool. Like, I didn't expect them to announce Disney this early. I just expected them to announce the United States Postal Service. And do you follow Jeremy? You follow Jeremy Padawar on.
Yes, I follow him.
And he was talking the other day about stamps, and then we released stamps the next day. And then 2 days or 3 days ago, he was talking about Pokemon, like, who likes Pokemon? And then so I was expecting them to release Pokemon, but they haven't yet. And
I think we are going to wait for Pokemon, maybe because they're very strategic. Like, Marvel was in a good moment. I don't know if you remember, the market was really low.
Yeah.
We were experiencing kind of what is happening right now in the market, that it was all prices went down and people were just, no, they need something better, blah, blah. Then Marvel announcement, everyone went, yay. Now that Marvel has passed and now we have Disney, everyone is like, nah. So I think when we have more time with Disney,
Then they'll
probably
announce
maybe.
it. All right, that would be really great if they announced it on Pokemon Day. It'd be February 28th of next year, and then they're able to go and that would be really cool.
Oh my God! Which is your favorite Pokemon?
You can't ask me that. No, I have 4 that I really identify with, and they're all from like Generation 1. But I guess I have 5 now. But the original 4 were Arcanine. So this bad boy, Arcanine.
Oh, yeah.
Charizard. Then I have Mew that I really like because Mew's just really cute. A Moltres. Moltres is the legendary Firebird. And then there's this Pokemon line called Stunky and Skuntank. So Stunky it's like a little what's that called? Like Pepe Le Pew, a skunk. And I don't have a sense of smell, or like I can't smell anything. And
why? For COVID?
No, I was in Kuwait and I got sick, and I thought it was just like a cold because I had the sniffles and I lost my sense of smell, and I just runny nose and a cold. I just felt sick. And then as I got better, clear sinuses, clear whatever, but the sense of smell never came back. And I was like, what the fudge? So
that is crazy.
Yeah, I know. So I don't have a sense of smell. And now so in the one of the most recent games, you have this Pokemon called Skunky and Skuntank. Skunky. And they say that no trainer wants it because it smells so bad because it's like a skunk. And I feel really bad for it. It's like, oh, no trainer wants it. So in every game I catch one and I love it because nobody else does. It sounds so stupid and it sounds so
No. It's like it's awesome how you relate with your Pokemon. Why Charizard, for example?
So it's really, this is also really weird because there was a game called Pokemon Snap, and Pokemon Snap is where you go and you can take pictures of Pokemon, and that's the whole video game. Trying to get the Pokemon in the center of the frame, multiple Pokemon in the background. It's really fun. And when I was like 9 or whatever, I took a picture of this Charizard. You throw a Pester Ball at a Charmeleon, it falls into the volcano, and then it evolves. Once it reaches the lava, it evolves into Charizard. And I took a picture of it breathing fire, and my 9-year-old self was like, "I love you."
Aww.
And there's a card called Blaine's Charizard that I found that wasn't even made at that time. It was made years later. And it was almost like a picture perfect thing of the Charizard that I took a picture of. I was like, this is fate, my favorite card ever. So I love it because of that. And I like Moltres just because legendary Pokemon, like fire, and it's kind of identify with it. It kind of just does its own thing. Seems a little lonely, and I was a little bit, a loner when I was a kid. So but what about you? What's your favorite Pokemon?
I like a lot Charmander because it's also for generation. Because when I was a kid, I loved Pokemon a lot, and Charmander was my favorite because my favorite element is fire. So fire and Charmander were my favorite. And after I think I saw the first season of Pokemon, but after that, I just grow up. So I didn't watch more. No, I mean grow up in the sense of that I start to study, and I actually don't see that much TV. I don't even have a TV actually in my home.
Oh, same here.
Yeah, so I didn't have time to watch, but I love Charmander.
So Dancing Nidorina is trolling. Name is Nidorina. Saying my favorite Pokemon is Squirtle. I have one. I do. I have a Squirtle T-shirt.
Oh,
I love it so much. I got it when I was a little like not like small, not like young small, where I was just but when I was just not as big. So now it's a little tight on me. It's got the 007.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I love that. I love that. I also like Squirrel because he was so cute. I like Pokemon, not Pokemon, Pikachu,
oh
but
yeah,
he was like, he was too popular, and I was like, but Charmander is way cooler. Why everyone loves Pikachu?
yeah. Oh, the Gale's here. Saying Bulba Gang.
Hey, brother! A big shout out to Gail because he was the first. Well, first was Johnny, then was Gail to stream with me. So a big shout out to him.
Yeah. The I when I first played Pokemon, did you play the games?
No, okay. So I like Pokemon, but I was not a big fan. The only thing that I have been really big fan has been Harry Potter and Veve.
Okay. Well, in the games, I had I just picked randomly, like, oh, pick your Pokemon. Okay. And I didn't know you could like choose another Pokemon. I was like, oh, it's Bulbasaur. So I got Bulbasaur. I'll always pick. I love Bulbasaur. Pick him again and again and again. But so you said you love Harry Potter. So let me know if you want to play the games. You could download it on your phone pretty easily. And you could do it like have the speed ×2 or ×4, so you're not like slowly walking. You can do it quickly.
My brother plays that. My brother actually is the gamer at home, so he's always like, he said, "Go with me to get some Pokemon." I'm like, okay, let's walk.
Pokemon Go is fun.
Yeah.
So have you been to Harry Potter World?
Harry Potter what?
Harry Potter World, Harry Potter Mundo.
No, I haven't never been. Like the day that I go to Harry Potter Wizard of the World, man, I will cry because I have been fan since I was 8 years. Oh my god, I love with all my heart. If we have Harry Potter on the app, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, we have WB, and WB has Harry Potter, so
I know.
But if I definitely recommend going before we reach 30 cents. But at 30 cents, that's where our party's going to be in Orlando, where Harry Potter World is. And we're all going to go to Harry Potter World at 30. So definitely come for that. And then I'm going to pay for everybody's Omi tattoos. If you want to get, do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't have any tattoos. But I'm not against any of that. Just I haven't found. Well, actually, I wanted to do the logo of Harry Potter, like right here.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I have taken my time because I know that tattoos are very important. So yeah.
Definitely. All right. So yeah, like, well, when you could get the Omi tattoo as well. I told everyone I'd pay for their Omi tattoos, and then while you're getting that, you could also get the Harry Potter tattoo. Yeah, but I've gone a couple of times. It's so much fun. It is a magical place. It is so cool because they have two different parks. They have one of Hogsmeade, like in the books. Yeah.
I need to go.
Yeah, and then they have Diagon Alley, and it's so exciting. It's so much fun, and they have like a train ride to get from one park to the other, and you get to go on like the Hogwarts Express. Like you get to go. It's so cool.
Oh my god! So there is also a castle, right? Of Hogwarts, like the castle. Do you go into the castle?
Yeah, the big castle. Yeah, there's a giant ride inside the castle.
Oh my god!
That's like my favorite ride.
I need to. What is the most favorite in the park for you?
It would be that ride inside the castle, or I don't know if you drink or you party or anything, but there is they have butterbeer, which is just like cream soda. But if you wear cargo pants with pockets and you sneak in a bunch of these the alcohol bottles that you get on airplanes, and you put them in the butterbeer, it is so good. It is like you don't even know.
Well, I like to dance, but I'm not a very high party girl. I like to party, but not that crazy. And actually, I don't drink alcohol. Maybe wine or something like that.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
I don't drink. I'm really, how do you say? I don't have any kind of addictions like
Good.
Well, I don't know if the word is addiction. Like I don't have any. Like I
Bison?
don't drink, I don't smoke or anything like that.
Oh, good for you. That is a I say I love it. Like I love like drinking like a Long Island iced tea with a couple of buddies and just listening to good music. Like it's a good feeling. And I know it's bad for you. I know it's like shortening my life every time I do it. And I know like I already don't have like the best liver. But man, that's just part of life that I just can't give up. And not that I get like crazy with it, not that I, go like I never get like sick from it anymore, but man, is it fun.
I guess that is fun, but no, I don't like. Well, this is the thing that I know a lot of people that are alcoholics, and I'm really afraid of that. So
yeah,
I try to avoid
good.
because
Yeah, I wish I was like you because sometimes I let it like when I want to like work out or when I want to like study or do something is like, well, my friends invited me out to a bar, and I wish I was a little more straight edge like that. I wish that would be yeah.
No, to me it hits me really fast. Like I drink, the only thing that I drink is wine, but if I drink, let's say 2 cups of wine, man, that knocks me like boom, I die. I die.
Yeah. Go, come on in. We'll get a. Yeah, so that's my favorite thing in the park is that ride going into the castle, big castle, the ride. But there's also another ride. I don't want to say that I don't like it because I do, but there's a ride in Gringotts Bank where it's really cool. But the first thing that happens is that you just think it's good because the other one has a little bit of a like a little bit of like a dip and get that little tingly feeling in your stomach. But Gringotts is a little bit darker, and the first thing that you do is you're in the car and suddenly you just
holy God.
It's like so you go down.
I love roller coasters with all my heart. Like I love adrenaline. Like man, I love it.
So you'll probably like Gringotts Bank, that ride, a lot more because it's darker and it's a roller coaster, but it's inside. And there's a you go through it's that scene or that part of the book where they go and they're trying to get the sword or they're trying to get something from Helena Bonham Carter's her locker. And then there's a dragon in there and it's really cool. Yeah.
Do you know what is better than the Wizarding Worlds in the States? If I go to England and I go there because to the station of what is the name in English? Where they take the train.
The platform 9 3/4.
Man, I died. The day that happened, I'm gonna die of happiness because I love Harry Potter with all my heart, and especially that platform is going to be.
Yeah, they have a mock one. I guess they modeled it after it, so they have a mock one in Harry Potter World. But yeah, it's not the same as the real one.
But still, I have to go to all of them. I was thinking about. Maybe one day to be a sponsor to go to different places and take pictures with the collectibles and maybe streaming there.
Yes.
I would love to do that to all the big parts like Disney or Warner when we have something like Harry Potter and to take pictures and to show people the NFTs. I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
I can't wait for that also. Especially if again we have WB and WB has rights to Harry Potter, so taking a picture of Harry Potter with you, like in Harry Potter,
that would be great. Or what about the books of Harry Potter, but in the version like the comics, but Harry Potter books in the app as NFT? Man, that would be great.
So comics are one thing to read because they're like 20-something pages. But if they had the books where you could read 700 pages, or what's the 5th book is like 800 pages, I think that'd be a lot. That would be.
That's true. But there are fans. I will read them anyway.
That might be an achievement also to be like, oh, hey, I read this whole book. It's 838 pages.
I know. Yes, that would be great.
I guess I offended Joe O, who's like butterbeer is nothing like cream soda.
I don't know what is cream soda and starting to
it's like root beer almost. And the
I don't know what.
you don't have root beer?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So root beer is like it's like cream soda. Oh man, I don't know how to. Oh, so you've never had a root beer float?
No, what is that?
Okay, so it's when you take root beer, which it's sweet, soda that's sweet. It tastes really good, and you put it in a glass, and then you put ice cream in the glass as well, and you have the soda with the ice cream. It's a lot of sugar. It's really bad for you, but it is so good.
Now now that I'm going to go to Deacon, I have to drink all of that stuff. I don't know.
Oh, we have to. Yeah, so we need to get you a root beer float because you need to have root beer and the ice cream together. But you've been to the States before, right?
I only went 4 days, like 4 years ago. I went to Atlanta and Florida, but I actually haven't been like in a big event now.
Okay, so we definitely need to get you we definitely need to get you in to have a bunch of good American food. And be advised, the portion sizes might make you a little sick because we get big portions of things. And yeah, so my friend Lilith that came from Austria a couple years ago, she like the one thing that she was really excited about was going to Walmart. And I was like, why? It's like, we don't have them here in Austria. I was like, okay. Do you have Walmart down there?
Yes, we have Walmart. Well, Mexico, it has a lot of brands of the States, but I don't have that many American friends in Mexico, so I don't know a lot. Actually, until this year with Veve, I have friends from the States. I only had like 1 or 2 before.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you got a bunch now. So you're good.
Thank you.
So Zach R says, Wendy, where do I need to be eating in Condesa? Any advice for him?
Eating. You have to go to Gin. Gin, or Colombian restaurant.
Okay. In Mexico, you can eat at the Colombian restaurant. Okay.
He has to. Yes. If you want to send me a DM in Twitter, maybe I can recommend some places.
Okay, yeah. So Zach R, that just well, if you go to her, I have your YouTube link down below. I don't have your Twitter down below, but it's just Wen Lopez N, right?
Mm-hmm. Wen Lopez N.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I wish it was almost like New York City, and we'll get you to New York City eventually anyway. But in California, there's going to be a lot of tacos, which I imagine Mexico and Colombia has pretty good tacos in general. We'll
Funny
see.
thing, mm-hmm. I'm not a big fan of tacos.
Really?
Random.
How is that possible?
Because, okay, so I like them, mm-hmm. but just once per month, maybe. Okay. For me, Colombian food is very different to Mexican, and Mexican is is good. I really like them, but I'm not a big fan of tacos. Like, if I have to choose between pasta and tacos, I choose pasta.
Okay, all right.
I do like tacos, but no, not that big fan.
I love pasta. I love just with saturated with like butter and maybe some meatballs.
Oh my god! I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry too. I'm on a diet. I've been doing well. I've lost like 6 pounds the last 2 weeks. But I've been, because I had a wedding last week and I have a wedding this week, and I'm trying to fit into the pants, and I don't fit into the pants yet. So I'm trying.
And you have to dance next week in the.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, on the pole. Yeah. There's so many people trying to get me like drunk and trying to like get me high and trying to get me to dance.
No, Randy, you have to be. Hey, I'm going to be there to take care of you guys because you.
Yes, Mom.
I'm very protective. I told you.
That's true. You are. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say you were older, but I'm actually older than you because I'll be 31 in December, and you won't be 31 until next April. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all right. So you can't be my mom.
I'm going to be Randy. Behave.
It's like, oh. I'll have like I'll when the fans like rush us, I'll be like, oh, say hi to Wendy, and then I'll get on the pole, and then
No. No, you have to take care of you, because I know that people has good intentions, but still you have to take care of you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So I guess the diet needs to continue even after the wedding and through that next week. Oh man, 3-week diet. This is new information. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I have to.
Oh my God, this is so much fun. I can't wait. Well, so right now I'm a little bit sick, but I think it's mental because I'm afraid of COVID. And because I have to take a test to go to the States, right? Because I need the visa, but also I need the test.
Yeah, you just need the negative.
Yeah, but what about if I have COVID? Like, I'm afraid of having, and I have like a little bit of pain in the right here. Yeah. But I think it's just mental because I'm afraid of getting sick or anything like that. So yeah.
Yeah, take a bunch of vitamin C. Like get a not medical advice, not a medical advisor. Take a bunch of vitamin C.
Yeah, that's true.
Vitamin D, you'll be fine. You got this. But you're not vaccinated either?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Oh, so if you're vaccinated, you should. I think that's all they require is just a vaccine card.
I don't know if the vaccine. Okay. Here's the thing. Mexico is beautiful. I love the country. I love Mexico, but it's funny sometimes. So I have with it. Sorry, I distracted a little bit. So I have the vaccine. Have you been there? I mean, you have. But they will go there all the time. Okay, I'm going to answer to you and then to the comment.
Okay,
yeah. So my vaccine is one that I think not all countries support, because I got it because I'm a teacher. So the government in Mexico, they vaccinate us first, and that's CanSino. CanSino is Chinese vaccine, and I think the states don't accept it. So
that's so weird.
I know. So, but maybe like it just past 6 months, maybe I will get the vaccine in the States again. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but also I had COVID in January. I also lost my sense. I
had it in January also.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. And I can't smell. Well, I can smell sweet perfumes. I don't. My sense of smell is not the best because of COVID. So
damn. And you still hadn't recovered from that smell, right?
It's weird because some things I can smell them, but sweet things I can't. It smells bad. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite perfume is actually sweet, but it smells weird. So I don't know why, but well. Wendy, we are planning on going to I don't know what is EDC Mexico Music Festival. Sorry.
It's like electronic dance music.
Oh, okay. I'm not a fan of electronic. Sorry, Johnny. Sorry.
And what type of music do you like?
I like pop. I'm not a super. I don't have a really good taste of music. I like pop. I like reggaeton, tropipop, Colombian music, very Latin music. A lot of Latin music. And you?
I like white girl music. I like pop punk stuff. I like emo stuff. So like Blink-182, Green Day, Simple Plan, Sum 41. Do you know any of those bands?
Yes, I do. I do know them.
Okay. I like some Spanish music too. I like Selena. I assume you're very well aware of Selena Quintanilla. Her back in the day. Shakira's good. I like some old school stuff too. Some old school stuff like is really good. Apparently that's like a cliche of like veterans liking old school music. So, but I really like that. I like the girl music. I like Avril Lavigne. I
love Avril Lavigne.
Are you a fan of karaoke?
What?
Karaoke? Do you like it?
Well, I'm not the best singer, so
neither. You've heard me sing twice now, so clearly neither am I.
Okay, I can do karaoke. Let's do karaoke in Deacon.
Let's do what?
Karaoke in Deacon.
Oh yes. Taps is all about karaoke. So I'm game on like what day do you get there on
On
for decon?
Thursday.
Oh, you get there on Thursday. Okay. I won't get there till Friday. So I will we'll try to go Friday night, me, you and Taps. We'll go out and sing karaoke somewhere.
Nice. Let me know.
Yeah. I will are you renting a car while you're there?
I'm going with the Omi homies. I don't know how to drive. So
Okay.
but Max and Jenny, they're driving.
Okay, cool. Oh, so there's a bunch of people there. Okay. Ooh, all right. Cool. All right. So there's gonna be more people. This will be great.
Yes, there is going to be a lot of people. That's why I made my sacrifices to go, because I want to see you all. I just can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. So is the oh god, I completely lost my space here in the comments. I forgot where we were, but yeah. So that'll be really fun. I mean, the Spanish songs I like. I was, Selena. I know a couple of Mark Anthony songs.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know what, Randy? We need a Latin party in Deacon, because we need salsa, reggaeton, merengue. I'll teach you guys.
I like that. Sean Paul's really fun. I like his reggae.
Yes, because this is funny, because some Americans have a different. No, I don't cook. I don't like to cook.
Same. It takes too much time. It takes a long time to cook, and then you have to clean up afterwards. And I eat really quickly, so it's like spend all this time. I eat in 10 minutes, and then I
have a deal with my brother, because in my family, men are who cook. So my brother is who cook in here, but I clean. So that's the deal. He makes the food and I clean.
Oh, nice. Good. That makes sense. I'm so hungry.
You haven't eaten anything?
I had this energy drink, and that's about it.
That's not eating. Did you see the marketplace? Have you seen the prices of the collectibles?
Oh, I haven't yet. Let's see what we got here. So it's definitely been open for about 45 minutes now.
Let's see.
Going to the comic, and the ultra rare is going for 200. I feel like that's a little low for an ultra rare, but maybe not. Let's see if all of them were delivered.
200 for an ultra rare is really low.
Yeah.
We are seeing the same that happened before Marvel. Wow, that's really low.
And it's probably going to get lower, because there's still 347 of the ultra rare that's going to be delivered that hasn't been delivered yet. So that might even go lower. That's insane.
Common 10 gems. Well, 11.
Yeah. And then what is it going to be? Did you see the secret rare or not yet?
No, I don't. It doesn't show here.
Secret rare is $8.98.
Really?
Yeah.
Prices are crazy right now. It's happening the same that happened before Marvel. It's funny. Yeah,
because we got so many different stuff coming out. For Disney Week and ending at Designer Con. Have some Designer Con exclusives. I can't wait for that. Right now I'm in the Air Force. I was in the Air Force for 4 years, so that was a good time. So in the Columbia, I don't know if I knew anyone from. I don't think I ever started anyone from Colombian military. Do they have like a big presence, or they have like good recruiting? Or you don't even.
Well,
you even
we have a big army, because Colombia has guerrilla. So yes, and because before we had we have a lot of issues in the country, so we have a big military there. But my aunt, she works for the military in Colombia, but they don't have a big presence, but it's big.
Oh, so your aunt, what is she like? Is she like in the military, or she like works for them as like a secretary or something?
More in the how do you say it? In the
administration.
Yes, it's an administration. Yeah. Sorry, I think like I'm a little bit hungry. My brain is like trying to think,
You can totally go get a sandwich and come back.
Don't worry. I'm fine.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to stream that karaoke session, because everyone. That
will be okay. So I'm thinking on doing some streams there, maybe to do some stream in the daily of the decon. Yeah.
Stanley, the prettiest guest you've had. Oh, thanks, man. Well, I know why I'm thanking you for that. Yeah, that's Wendy's compliment.
Thank you, Danny.
I had a bunch of people before I don't know if I can find it. That were say like oh, actually I didn't even get to this one. Have you ever considered doing a Spanish podcast with someone?
Yes, I would love to do that. But my problem right now is the equipment because
Mhm.
what I told you, like I lost
Oh
basically
yeah, the
all
computer.
my computer. The computer right now is my brother's, and he borrows me for the streams of the stream. My brother has to give me his computer. That was the only thing that was safe because it was in my brother's girlfriend's place. But besides that, I don't have equipment. But I would love to do that.
Yeah. I realized I missed a lot of comments here. I live 20 minutes away from our Harry Potter's film, which is amazing. I
Oh my God, John, do you have pictures? Please send us pictures because I love Harry.
yeah,
What is your
go to
house? What is your house on Hogwarts?
yeah, John Robert Yellen, give us something. And want me to get you a free
No,
passport.
no, thank you very much. I can get that passport by my work.
Oh, get it. Brenda's just wanted to see bad influences.
No, Brenda, behave.
Yeah, people wanted you to move in with me. I guess we'd be able to do streams a lot if that
What is
were
it?
to we'd be able to do streams a lot if we were roommates. Everyone's
Yeah,
wanting you to come.
that would be funny.
All right, we're going up. Snowing in Michigan. Oh my God. Oh, so have you ever seen snow?
Never in my life I have seen a snow. Never, 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 never.
If you don't have to drive in it or work in it, if you're just like off and just walking in it, it could be really pretty. It could be really like when New York City is covered in like a light, like 1 to 2 inches of snow, like it's really cool. But I don't like the cold. I don't like it hurts my knees, it hurts my I just but yeah, there's something about going like in Central Park on like a carriage ride or whatever and drinking some. Well, for me, I'd get alcoholic hot chocolate, but you could just get normal hot chocolate, and it's really good.
Okay, so I have seen in the movies because New York is, I think, my third place that I want to visit because of the movie. So you have like some truck. I don't know. Hold on. Let me think, because I don't know how to explain that. That you buy food on the street. Like there are like some.
Street carts, yeah.
So that is actually true because I always want to buy a hot dog, or I don't know what they sell there, but I always see
Yeah.
in the movies, and I that's my dream. Go to one of my dreams. Go to New York and buy something in one of those food
Yeah.
trucks. I don't know, how do you call that?
Yeah, a street cart, food truck. Yeah, they're really good. So there's these. My favorite is like the halal guys, and the halal guys they just give you like like you just ask for like lamb and rice, and they give you a bunch of lamb. They give you a bunch of rice. They just mess you up with like their secret sauce, whatever it is, and it's like $7. You get all this amazing good food for $7, and they cook it right there in front of you. Hot dogs are really good. Pretzels are really good. Yeah, it's the only outside of New York City, the only two places I really used to get hot dogs. Well, I guess one used to be Shea Stadium. They're City Field now where the Mets play. And then the other one was a place called IKEA. Do you know what IKEA is?
Yes, and my first time that I saw one was in Norway, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they have, for whatever reason, they had really good hot dogs, and they were only back in the day. They were only like 25 cents a hot dog. So when me and my friends, we were poor, and we just like, oh hey, let me get 8 hot dogs for $2. Okay, like
Wow,
yeah,
that is
it was
crazy.
so good.
I want to eat hot dogs in the States because I like. Okay, so my favorite food besides Colombian and Italian is burgers. I love burgers with all my heart, but my friends have told me that burgers and hot dogs in the States are different. So I need to eat also hot dogs. But I need to go to the States, to New York, and eat some of the and on those street.
Yeah, the street carts.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
I need to.
So definitely so you would love probably the Museum of Natural History. You'd probably love the Hayden Planetarium.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Oh
so
my
that's
God.
a really fun place. So when Omi reaches 10 cents, I'm gonna have a Long Island party. So definitely come and come hang for that, and it'll be like a 3-day thing. We'll all get there
Oh
on
my God, 3 days, man.
Yeah.
That is going to be insane.
So what's gonna happen is everyone gets there on Friday. We party hard on Friday, like somewhere on Long Island, and on Saturday morning we all are hungover and we all take the train into New York City and we get some bagels. New York bagels, nothing like them. So I get some egg sandwiches and we go. So there's a Nintendo World there. There's a Harry Potter store there. There's a Harry Potter bar. There's so much fun stuff to do. And then we party again at night, and then on Sunday we just and then we go home. So that's the.
That sounds like fun, huh? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so it'll be next year sometime. So if it's on a Sunday, like if it's in the spring, we'll go to a baseball game or whatever, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. Do you like American sports?
No, I don't know anything about them. Like I know what it's about, kind of, but I'm more into soccer. I like more soccer.
Okay, cool.
Colombian. No, I don't. I'm really bad. Okay, I'm really bad at 2 things: music and sports.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep.
So the music. So you don't play any instruments?
No, I don't.
Okay. So
no. My dad is a musician, and my brother is also a musician, but
wow.
I don't have.
But you
those
didn't get
skills.
that gene.
No. I only got the gene of studying and being a nerd at the school. That's it.
You said you dance though, right?
I do dance, yeah.
So you probably should be decent at soccer, like if you have the footwork down and you can. It looks practice, I think you could do it.
Like the Colombian soccer team that they dance all the time. Then when they hit a goal, yeah, maybe I haven't tried actually, so maybe I could try.
Yeah, so those are really fun. Have you gone to like those soccer games in Colombia where everyone's going crazy?
I haven't been into the stadium, but I have been. Okay, so you don't have to go to the stadium to see the match because the whole country goes crazy. Like, man, you feel on the streets, you feel on everywhere. It's insane. It's insane. Like you don't have to go to the stadium because the country just makes you feel passionate about. Yeah, and the country goes crazy.
So when they do that, does like the whole country like shut down for like 3 hours?
Yeah, basically. Wow. Colombians are very passionate about football, like very.
Oh, that is so cool. I haven't. That's one of the things that I wanted to do. I want to go to like a European soccer match, or European football, or go to a.
I would love to go to the Champions League one day, but that is expensive. So yeah, but I really like soccer. My brother just correct me. It's soccer, not football.
Yeah, it's football. In the rest of the world, we call it football. But there's.
Gonna have to. Yeah, man. Okay, so this is the thing. Last time that I went, okay, so I went to introduce one of my friends to another friend. Mm-hmm. So I went as a, I don't know how to call that, but I went to introduce them. So they are boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh,
so I'm really good at matching people. I'm really good. But so I went, but I just went for 4 days. I didn't do a lot of activity more than just being with my friends. So for me, it's going to be a cool, like it's the first time that I'm going to actually see the States.
Oh my God. So yeah, this will be good. Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, Philly cheesesteaks are good. So everything's really big. So a burger, like, and they do interesting stuff here too. Like, it started with just like, hey, can I have like a fried egg on top of my burger? So you have like, hamburguesa de huevo. So you have the eggs on top of the burger, and then
what?
Yeah,
really?
It's really good. And then what I've done recently is you put peanut butter on the top bun and an egg underneath on top of a burger. So it's a peanut butter, egg, and it's so good. I know it sounds really weird, but it's so good because like the heat from the burger and the egg melt the peanut butter, and it's like,
oh my God, that sounds.
It's amazing.
It's funny because I don't eat a lot, but when I eat, I eat. It's
You're gonna gain some weight over. You're only coming for a couple of days, but you
yeah,
shall
it's
gain
fine.
some weight. Yeah, even he was saying lamb over rice. My God, is good. So
What
did
is
you?
that?
Oh,
Lamb
that's
over.
that's a lamb. Like the so
Yeah,
lamb
yeah,
over
yeah.
rice. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. The halal
Mm.
carts. Those are really good. Um, and then there's. Did you listen to? You were in the space yesterday for a little while, right? The Twitter space with Jeremy
With
Pador, Dan
yeah.
Charbel.
I was a little bit because I had to teach in the afternoon.
Oh
But yes,
yeah,
I
true.
was there.
Jeremy Pador mentioned that a couple of years ago he took a couple friends to the Super Bowl. The football Americano, like the biggest game ever, and it's like $50,000 a ticket. I was like, oh, God, that's so much. But
Oh
the
my
Super Bowl, yeah, Super Bowl is really, really, but it wasn't like a normal seat in like the stands up here. It had to be like a box, or it had to be on like the 50-yard line or whatever. Um, the Super Bowl is really cool because it's like one of the most watched sporting events, and because you have a halftime show where you get a bunch of people. I think this year they have like a bunch of rappers. I think they have like Eminem and Missy
God.
Elliott, and so that'll be pretty fun.
Did you
What?
see? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was going to ask you if you saw the in the Super Bowl when was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, that was so much fun. I didn't really know who was performing because I just didn't because I don't have a TV, and I'm not really into. So I don't like watch football every Sunday. I don't do whatever. Um, but I decided to go and watch it, and it was a huge surprise. I was like, oh, and then in everyone, I feel like a bunch of people got really salty. They got really mad because there was they were, or at least a lot of the older women did, because you see these women that are essentially doing pole dancing, and they don't have a lot of clothes on. So what I did was I took an old picture of myself and posted it on Facebook and be like, I've heard you guys don't like strippers. I heard you guys don't like pole dancing. And so I posted a bunch of the photos, and I thought,
Oh my God, F.A. Randy on the pole dance, man, that's crazy.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. But that was one of my favorite Super Bowls. Like that was really fun. For lots, because it was a great performance. I love J Lo, and I love Shakira, and then two, because everyone got so salty about it because they got like offended that like women in their 50s are in really good shape, and they happen to be in better shape than a lot of other
Because
people.
they are
Like,
Latinas.
yeah, they still look amazing. They still look so good. I
Yes.
don't I don't understand it. I don't look that good now, and I'm 20 years younger than them. But yeah, they look great. Um, what are what are your favorite concerts that you've been to? Like artists that you've seen
I
down
only
there?
have been in one, and that
Hmm.
was, well, two. One of them was Avril Lavigne. So
What is like favorite song of her? I haven't seen her in concert. I love her so much. What's some of your favorite songs from her?
I think is there is this song. I forgot the name. I'm singing in my mind. It's not very popular. It's called, hold on. I have to check the name because I forgot the name. But it's really old. Well, besides complicated, what the hell is one of them?
Oh my God, I love that song so much. I sing that all the time for my Patreon member shout outs. Do
Really?
you think that I'm messing with your head? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is this
This is what
I
we have
can
to
do
sing for
better?
karaoke. What?
Uh, Hold on. I can do better.
I don't know if I know I can do better.
This one.
I don't know if I know I can do better.
It's amazing. I love that song with all my
I
heart.
I feel like I know most of her songs, and I don't. Oh my God, are you opening my eyes to new?
Yeah, that song is really good.
Okay, all right, I'll give it a shot.
It's
Yeah, I love.
it's of that album.
Yeah, so I just searched it. I'm gonna listen to that as soon as this is over. Yeah, I love. What the hell is so much fun. I love that one. I love. Not what there's all my life I've been good, but now. Oh, well, yeah. So wait, that was what the hell.
What the hell?
Rock and Roll is really good. Have you heard that one?
Oh yeah. I like that one.
Oh God.
I actually went to that concert, like of that
Oh no
album.
way.
Yeah. To be honest, the concert was not really good.
Really?
Yes, it was just, I felt that she was like in a hurry, so she didn't do that well. But it was fine. But the song, well, also the song that she sings with Marilyn Manson.
Oh, I like that one too.
I don't remember the name.
I forget it also, but
It's Bad Girl.
yeah, Bad Girl. That was Here's to Never Growing Up. That's one I think.
Oh, that is beautiful. I love that song.
Skater Boy, Girlfriend, My Happy Ending. I could maybe that's what I should do for like maybe I should do Avril Lavigne a dollar party and have her perform for us. And then for Lindsay, do you know who Lindsay Sterling is?
Who?
Lindsay Sterling. She's a violinist.
Sounds familiar.
Show you a picture real quick if I can get the.
I like classic music.
Okay, she doesn't. Well, she definitely knows some classic music, but just YouTube Lindsay Sterling, and a bunch of stuff will pop up. So she dances and she plays violin. It's really good. So maybe
I didn't know her.
I told people at $1 I'd get her to perform at a private party for us, but maybe I'll have her perform at 50 cents, and then get Avril Lavigne for $1. Or when I just have enough money, I don't know how much she'll charge, but at that point, like if Omi reaches even 50 cents and I have like $50 million, like, okay, charge me $100,000. I don't care. Charge me $5. Like that would be great. Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
You are going to make it, Randy, because you have worked so hard. Like we can see how hard you have worked.
Oh, thank you.
And I know that it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
It'll. I think next month when we have some more exchanges, that'll start the pump, get us to a couple of cents, and then go crazy. And there was somebody that was saying before, I can't find the comment, saying like, is it still good to buy now? If I had an extra $100,000, most of that would go into Omi. So yeah, I would say that would for me, I would, but that's just what I would do. Not financial advice. If you had an extra, like a windfall of an extra 10 grand, would you go more Omi or NFT?
I will diversify between half and half.
Okay. All right. That's good. Good. Play both sides.
Oh my God. Empanadas de chocolate con queso. Ay, Dios mío.
That sounds great.
Oh my God.
Sounds so good.
Colombian. That's Colombian. Man, I just love you for just saying that. Cenar pasan empanadas.
Ooh, okay. So price prediction end of year for me it's probably because again we're not going to get exchanges probably until next month in December, so there's not that much room for the growth. So I would say between 3 to 5 cents. What about you? What are you thinking?
Hold on, I have to see the chart because I don't like to make predictions just by.
Okay.
Okay. Right now we have an advantage of Disney. I would say, oh my God, it's so hard. I don't really like to do prediction, but I would say that so the support might be in 0085.
Maybe so that's like the resistance that can be hard to break. Yeah.
And maybe we can. Okay, I want to see it in 1 month. Hold on. Sorry.
That's technical analysis over here.
What?
Good. I said some technical analysis from girl Wendy over here.
I would say yeah. Resistance in 0085 maybe.
Okay.
But the problem with Omi is that we need the utility, so we can actually see more growing into Omi.
Yeah. So,
but I would say maybe above 0085 if everything goes well with Disney.
Yeah, I think the Omi utility article will probably help with that as well when that comes out. So, all right, but different ones. We'll see which one's right. Loving the stream. $20 for Taco Bell, buddy. I really wish I could hang with you guys at DesignerCon, but I'm already going to the Carol G on the 13th.
Oh, you're going to see Carol G. Nice.
So excited to meet the people that are in this space for sure. Next time, yes, 100% for sure. Next time, I can't wait to meet a bunch of people. We got Kaser Kaise saying 10 cents by the end of December. That would be a lot. That would be great. That would be that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
Stop with the food bullying.
I know. You have to try also Colombian food. It's not as spicy, but it's good.
Oh yeah, no, I like all food. So if we find a Colombian restaurant, I'll go, and then let me know if that's like real Colombian food or if it's like kind of knockoff. Like
I will have to try it.
Oh yes, of course. We'll be in Deacon
you
together.
have to go to Colombia one day, guys, because Colombia is beautiful to visit.
I will need a tour guide. Okay. So you got to be my tour guide. So what? Question, because you lived in both places. Who's more passionate, Colombians or Mexicans, about football?
Colombians.
Oh,
and Mexicans
shots fired.
They are good, but Colombians, that's another level.
Yeah. Ooh, pizza with tacos. I'd eat it. I would definitely eat that.
Exactly. Okay, so in Mexico, there is a place here in Mexico City. I don't remember the name, but they have like pizza taco, which means there is a pizza, that is a taco.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sometimes I would do that too. In the high school I used to go to, they used to give this little round pizza, and I'll just fold it up and eat it like a taco because that's what I would do. Apparently, we're making people hungry.
I know. Oh my God, what?
I've had a couple girls. I've had Megan J. I've had Dr. Kate Goldstein. I've had. Oh no, I think yeah. You're only like the third girl I've had on here. Right. I've had a bunch of other peeps, but they're all dudes like on the pole. He's buying more Omi right now. Get it.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, Derek was Avril's photographer for a day. How do you get that job? How do you go like that? Oh, that must have been so cool.
My God, that is so cool. Congratulations, Derek. That is so pretty awesome, man.
Oh, so what do you think about the theory that the real Avril Lavigne was replaced like 12 years ago in like the mid to late 2000s? Have you heard of that?
Yes, I've heard about that, but it's like people like to make a story, so that might be a story.
I love conspiracy theories, even though if I don't believe in most of them, they're still fun to think about.
I agree.
Do you have any? What are like some conspiracy theories that might not be known to like Americans and that are really only known to like Colombians and Mexicans? That like, hey, something like the government is doing this or that, or like the chupacabra is real because the Mexican government did these types of experiments on these like children, morphing children and animals with their DNA splicing. You have any?
That if I have heard about the Americans that you have aliens actually, and that, for example, that Mark Zuckerberg, he is what is the name of this conspiracy theory that he's a
lizard?
Yes, that he's a lizard.
Yeah, and, I've heard that with.
It's weird because you see the last video of him speaking of Meta, and he speaks so weird that you are like, maybe that's true, because he's really different.
Yeah. Well, I think that one, I love those types of theories, like because they're fun, but also people with that type of crazy intelligence, like an Elon Musk or a Mark Zuckerberg, like they're just wired differently. They're made different and they talk different. And I think that can explain it. But also, if you see like the interview that he did or the photo that he had, he's got some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on his like back shelf, on his bookshelf. And that's all anyone ever noticed. Like, oh, he's got that Sweet Baby Ray's over there. So yeah, he's definitely a little weird.
The people is very interesting because this is the thing about real millionaires, because some people think that some rich people that just brag about luxury and stuff, But real millionaires are really humble, and they are not showing off all their wealth. And it's the same with popularity, that when you are just, this is me, this is me, this is me, blah blah blah, it's like, dude, please get alive, and I like real millionaires are really humble. Like, I know that you are going to be one of them, because you are so down to earth. You are very strategic, like, your strategy. And I really like that about Mark Zuckerberg. Besides all of the drama with Mark Zuckerberg, I like how they are as person. Same with the owner of Apple. They are really down to earth, and I like that.
Yeah, I think that's what makes some people successful. Also, is people like, oh, hey, you're not an a-hole. I can follow you, and I can be happy working for you. And yeah, so I think that's really good too.
And they're not showing off. Like, you don't see them with brands or luxury stuff. They're really, which is fine. If people want to have that, that is fine. But big millionaires, no, I don't know.
I will probably always dress in t-shirts, and I have fire pants. So yeah, I don't think I would ever. I hope I don't change. I hope I don't.
No, I hope that you don't change. Just keep your heart in the right.
I'm gonna try. So in West Virginia, they have like Mothman. In New Jersey, they have New Jersey Devil. Obviously, in Mexico, they have Chupacabra. What are some like local lore things in Colombia? Like, do you have like monsters? Do you have like, there's a ghost, there's a white witch? Like, what do you guys have?
The story of the Llorona, of the cry girl. I don't know.
What is it? So tell us the story.
Well, this is in Colombia as well. They also know it, but it's from Mexico. So it's about a woman that killed her child. So she's always crying in the night. The name is Llorona, but I don't know, the cry woman, I guess.
Okay, and it's her that's crying, not the child.
No, not the child. It's her crying for like, my kids, something like that.
Have you ever heard it?
No.
Okay.
I have had some weird experiences, but not with.
What are the weird experiences?
One time I was waiting for the bus, and someone come to me close and start talking to me like normally, but I didn't feel weird because I'm not talking. I don't really talk to people on the street or anything, because I'm really shy and introvert. But this person come closer and starts talking to me, and I felt comfortable. And then I went into the bus, and the person also went like behind me, like, so I went into the bus, and he was going to do the same. Yeah. And I saw him get into the bus as well, and he walked inside of the bus, and then when I turned to see back, he was not there. He disappeared. So I felt that was like an angel.
So, you said I immediately thought ghost, and then you said angel. So he was nice.
Yes, he was nice, because I felt that he was protecting me, because that it was really late in the night, and he was.
What was the? So you think that maybe there was like another guy on the other side of the street looking to do you harm, but he wouldn't. Oh, what did he talk about? What did he talk about? He said he started talking to you.
No, he was talking normal stuff. Not normal, like, how are you? What are you doing? What do you work? Blah blah blah. Because I really feel like I was protected. Because I remember that I turned around and he was not there. It was so weird.
Oh my god! Oh, that's so cool. I had 2 experiences with ghosts, and they were terrifying. So I don't have any.
Okay, go ahead with one of them.
Okay. Well, one of them, the not as terrifying one, was when I was still in the military. It's on McGuire Air Force Base, and there's no, like, there is a part of like base housing that has kids, because there's some families on base. But for the most part, like where I was in like in the barracks, there's no kids. Like the kid, they're like 18. Like, but there's no like 7 or 10-year-old kids. I got back from work. I was chilling in the parking lot, and I'm just, before I go upstairs, so I'm just scrolling on my phone, and then I see this like reflection thing in the mirror, or not the mirror, in the window, and I'm thinking that like, oh, it's just the reflection of my phone, but then it wasn't. It because it got brighter, and I was like, so I look, and there's this little girl who was like 7 or 10 years old. She was in like a little white dress and like a straw hat, and that was like covering her eyes, and she had like straight like brown hair like down to like here, and I was like, and I'm thinking, I wasn't thinking ghost. I was thinking like reflection of moon and light and street light or whatever, is reflecting off her white dress. And she runs behind the dumpster, and I was like, did somebody's like kid from like a mile away, they like get over here? I was like, all right, well, I'll grab her, I'll take her security forces, and then they can like identify her or whatever. And I go behind the dumpster, but behind the dumpster, maybe like 50 yards behind that was one of the buildings, not mine, but just another one. And when I go behind the dumpster, I don't see her run into the buildings. I didn't see, like, there was no time for her to run. Like, she's a small girl. She couldn't do that unless she's like an Olympic sprinter that could do that in like 4 seconds. So get out of the car, I go behind. She wasn't there. I walk around the dumpster. Like, I'm running. I'm like an idiot running around the dumpster. Like, she's not there. I check like did she climb in somehow? So like she just disappeared. And I was like, oh my God, that was a ghost. And I'm like freaking out. My friend Shrek comes down the stairs. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I just saw a ghost. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah. So I don't know what that could have been from, because there's a couple of ladies that used to work in the dining facility, like the lunchroom, that said that's where the barracks used to be like 40 years ago. And they're, now it's a dining facility, it's a lunchroom. And they said like sometimes when they're mopping up at night, they hear people talking, and like, toilets flush when they're not supposed to, and it doesn't happen during the day. And it's just, and that makes sense because, some people were there, but have a little girl that just, I don't know, felt really weird. And I was like, oh.
That is so weird, because how that happened? Have you had more stories like that? I had, well, when my grandfather died, I saw him in the night. He came to say bye.
The same night that he had passed away?
I think it was 1 or 2 days after, because my mom was really sad, and I just woke up and I saw him in front of me. But he has like a really bright light, and he was dressed in a vanilla color suit, and I just woke up and I told him, Grandpa, you scare me. My mom is so worried. And he said, no, tell to mijita, that is a Spanish word, tell to mijita that I'm fine, that she doesn't have to worry. And he disappeared.
So how old were you when that happened?
I was 15 or 14.
Oh, okay, so you weren't like 7 years. You weren't like a little kid, like imagining. No. Like
I was a teenager. I remember something that happened yesterday. So it doesn't feel like a dream still after all this time. And I'm not a big believer on ghosts. Well, if that exists, good. If you know, I don't care,
Yeah.
But
my father said, and my father's like a really skeptical guy. Like he always thinks like people are out to get you. Like it sounds too good to be true. Probably, like really skeptical. So he had said it was in the 90s, early 90s, that when his dad died, he was just laying up at night, just thinking about him, and his dad appeared in his doorway, just like hands like this, saying like, I'm okay. And he told me that, and I was like, and I'm trying to think like, all right, here's a man that's always super skeptical about things. Like there's no reason for him to make it. Like he doesn't lie. So I think things like that are definitely possible.
Yes, like so we don't know. The universe is so big that at the end of the day, no one knows anything. So
yeah. What are your thoughts on if we're in like a simulation? Like, do you think there's a possibility that we right now are computer code and we're just the avatars of, like, we're the Veveverse of somebody else? Like we are the metaverse of another culture, and we're just a game.
Well, I think if that is true, I'm still living my life, so it doesn't affect me. But No, I don't think that.
No.
That theory is like more like no, I don't think so because there are too many factors. How do you say voluntad? Will, like, oh my God, those words I don't know in English, like that we have the freedom of to think, of to feel.
Freedom of will, freedom of choice, free
Yes,
will, free will. Yeah.
Yeah, free will. That was the word. But at the end of the day, we don't know.
Yeah.
And it's still, I think the most important thing is just live life the best way that you can. Because this is my thought back then in my dark night that I just told you an hour ago.
Mhm.
For me, to die is not the problem because you die and you have only two choices, so nothing happens, so we just vanish and that's it. So we are not going to know anything, you die and you disappear. Or if there is a heaven or there is a God, well, you see him. So either way, I win. So what I'm going to worry about
true.
that. So for me is more challenging to live to every day.
Yeah, that's true.
To have a life, to enjoy life, to decide to be alive. Because for me, after what happened, I have to decide every day to be alive. Because for me, it's a challenge because my mind, I know the struggles on my mind, so I have to every day find a reason. And with Vivi, has been way easier to do so. But at the end of the day, no one's know anything. The only thing that we know for sure is that we are gonna die one day. That's it. So we have to make the best of life right now.
I'm gonna try to delay that as long as possible.
Yes, the best that you can. Try to do the best. Even if people hate you, bless them. I wrote about this because yesterday something weird happened in our spaces, but I don't want to talk about that because too much drama. But I said, even if people don't like you, just bless them. Poor people, when they judge people that don't actually know you, they are judging themselves. So what I'm going to be worried about them. So the best thing that we can do is just do our best and live life.
There's this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And one of the best lines in the book is him about judging or not judging people. And he says, God himself doesn't judge a man until he dies. Why should you? And I was like, oh, that's a really good, and that stuck with me. A lot of good lines.
That's true. And especially if people don't know you because we are online. So, and especially for me, like I can express something that I meant to say something else, but like the language barrier is hard. So I try to understand I really try to understand what I did wrong. But what I really don't like is that if people say something bad about me and I don't know how I'm going to explain myself. And that's the problem with the internet, because can be a lot of misunderstanding.
Misinterpretation.
A lot of them. So yeah, but at the end of the day, well, if people judge you, they are judging themselves. It also said, Gary Vee said that. I love Gary Vee. I'm really big fan of him. Gary Vee is really awesome. I would love to have him one day in the Voices of Veve or on NFTs 101.
I think it'll happen. Dan Schawbel, he's gonna interview him in the next couple of weeks. He's done it a couple times, at least once already, but I think a couple times. But he'll, he's gonna do that again in the next couple of weeks or month or so. So that'll be exciting. What do you think about it was a few years ago where the Pope had said, hey, if there are aliens in outer space, I want to be one of the first ones to go up there and convert them into our religion. Do you think that maybe solidifies the fact that aliens might be real?
What do you mean? Can you explain me?
I mean, like years ago, you were almost kind of laughed at if you said like, oh yeah, I believe there are aliens. You're like, oh, you believe in like little green men, and they would almost make fun of you for it. But then a few years ago, the Pope had said, if there are aliens out there, I want to go and convert them to our religion so they can be saved. So that do you think that him saying like a big figure in the world kind of gives more credit to the fact that aliens are a real possibility?
I think the universe is so big, the chances that there is more life is really high. So
I want to believe. I want to believe in aliens so badly.
Yes, I think if they the same, if they exist, awesome. We can know more about others, other cultures or other planets. But if they don't, well, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, like, but I will love that if there is more. I do believe that there are maybe life like bacteria or other kind of lives, but I'm not so sure if another humans.
That'd be very interesting. Wat Mama says, "What's your favorite Disney princess?" Her daughter's is Belle.
My favorite princess is Belle and Elsa and Elsa. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah,
and also Mulan. Mulan.
Yeah, oh, so you like the heart, like the badass women that could, like, Mulan's like a warrior. Elsa can control the weather. It's insane.
Who that you don't need. I really like Elsa because she doesn't. It's going to sound a little bit bad, but I'm not saying it in a bad way. I like that the new princesses, they don't need a prince that comes to save them because they can save themselves. So I like more that type of princess, but I don't need anyone. I can save myself. I can work myself. I can do by myself, you know?
Yeah, I love those types of things. And also I like that they've come out with more like badass women the past like 20 years, or back in the day they were just damsel in distresses. But like, you know, Fiona from Shrek is a real, like, she knows karate, and, you know, Mulan's a warrior, and like, I don't know if you ever watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but just badass. It's so good.
I really like all the characters that break that pattern of women has to be this way, or they're only for taking care of kids or families, which is respect. I respect that, but in my opinion, I don't want to have kids. I don't think I'm going to get married.
High five. Same here.
Because I prefer to focus on building my career, building myself, and because I'm building, I can help other people. For me, it's more important to help people than to bring to have other responsibilities that are not going to let me focus on helping people, because I really want to help. Like, funny thing, I want to help single mothers, for example, students, helping them get into the STEM, like, which means that they study technology to do coding.
Oh, yes.
I would love to have the money to help single mothers, students, especially girls, go into the STEM, especially or in the NFT space, you know. So I really want to do that, and I need to be focused. And
so, what would your advice be to, like, obviously, let's say you could help, let's say 80% of people because they're intelligent enough to work in a STEM field, you know, science, technology, engineering, and math. But what do you say to a single mother that maybe just, she's got work ethic, but she's just not smart and she just can't do that? What's your advice to that type of woman? How do you, you know, let her down easily?
I would tell her first that she is intelligent already, because every human has the possibility to even develop skills. Because what I studied, there are a lot of myths about that people has this IQ, so you can learn anything else, that you have to learn languages when you are really young, that you can, that's lie. There are a lot of research that shows that everyone can actually develop new skills by just being consistent, like every day. So it's a lot of what it takes. It's a lot of discipline and consistency, and just keep doing it every day, and that you can do it. Anything that you want, but just focus on what you want. I know that you have a kid, and that will take you a little extra work. But you can. My mom did it. My mom, she was studying her career when she had me and my brother when we were kids, and she was one of the best students. So
wow.
And she was working from 8 to 5 p.m. every day. She went to school in the night, go home, take care of us, and still was doing homework at 1 a.m. and she had to wake up at 5 a.m. So
oh my God, I give people so much credit that do that, because I would not be able to. Like my function out, like, and I noticed it when I was working, where I had 2 businesses and trying to do a YouTube channel, and my functionality, my performance just went down. I wasn't able to continue to do that. So the fact that she did that for years, while going to school and being a mom, like, oh my God, congrats to your mom on that.
Yes, especially in Latin America, that we don't have a lot of income.
Yeah.
Because this is what I like about knowing you all, because I know that I can learn from you, so I can make some changes, like actually in Latin America, because I am here. So for me, it's important to maybe teaching them how to invest. I know that I'm not a big investor because I don't have a lot of budget, but what I have learned, or I have learned from others, I can just tell them, you know what, you can do it. That you just have to learn some skills, maybe to understand the space. In the NFT space, I see so much potential for changing lives. It's great. Yes, I shout out to Veve Vault. I also want to give a shout out to Veve Vault because he did the first FA of me one time.
Yeah. Check out Star Helix and Veve Vault on YouTube, and at not Star Helix and at Hey David Don on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's yeah, that's hard. But I mean, it's gonna be, I don't want to say easy, yeah, because you said you don't have kids. So I and you don't want kids. So I enjoy the fact that you know exactly what you want to do, and you're not, being held up. Because a lot of people, and I've studied this too, that the goal of most every species is to survive and then reproduce. And I feel like, what do you think that means for society now that there are more people like us that don't want kids? Like, does that worry you at all, like in the grand scheme of things?
I don't think people is going to stop reproducing. What we are going to stop is reproducing so many humans that we can't feed them, that we can't educate them, and that is going to be really helpful. So I believe there is going to we are going to have maybe a reduce of amount of humans, but that's actually better because we are not going to be so worried about, like, I live in Mexico. I go to the street and I see a kid trying to sell candies, and that breaks my heart. Like, I wish I was so rich that I could just help them and teach them and taking care of them, but well, I can't.
Yeah.
So, but if we have less humans, that is going to be less. And yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that in the future, if we get to Mars, that I think less humans on Earth is probably good for, now short term. But do you think that we would need more humans because we want to try to eventually have a self-sustaining city on Mars? Or do you think that we shouldn't try? It's like, well, this planet's kind of messed up because of us. Next planet might be messed up because of us if we go there.
That is a good question. I love everything about the space. Like, I wanted to study before to decide going into education. I wanted to study physics because I wanted to work in the NASA.
So you're really smart. Like,
I don't know if I'm smart, but I'm a little bit nerd, or I was at least. Yes. I really love about everything that is in space. I really love it's hard to explain so complex ideas in English, but like, how did you say the project that they are trying to send to Mars? I think that's very important, but we have to have a balance, which means we right now on Earth has a lot of problems. We need to feed more people. We need to fight against women that are that doesn't have freedom. They are not free.
Yeah.
So focusing so much on something that is outside of Earth, but not worrying about our own stuff, that's my only concern. Because I love everything. I would love to see people in how do you say Mars? And how do you say in the other planet in the space?
Yeah.
When happened at SpaceX, I was happy and blah blah blah. But still, we have so many things to do on Earth that I think it's important to have a balance. And in that balance means that taking care of the society, so we have people that we can send to other places.
Yeah, I like that too, and I like that. I do get excited for the future because as time goes on, people and women are liberated from certain aspects, like in Saudi Arabia, they, the last few years, they just got permission to drive, and they, eventually, slowly but steadily, people will be able to, all right, I can go to school and have work, because I feel like half the world still doesn't have internet, and definitely a lot of people, especially women, just aren't able to get an education. But then when they are able to go to school and people find out, like, oh, hey, they're just as smart as guys, and we're tapping into another, billion people's brain power, I think that can give us another, like, Elon Musk, or another, Bill Gates, just another, another couple geniuses that'll help out the world. So I'm really excited for that.
Yes, I agree with you. I think a lot of women, we haven't had the credit of a lot of things that has happened, because unfortunately there was a lot of injustice and things that were unfair, but hopefully things are changing. And this is what I love when Veve support the women ex Veve, because I felt like, wow, they are supporting us. That was insane.
Yeah.
I never expect. I swear, when I invited the first stream, is only girls, and Ekomi was there, and I was like, what? I never expected more than 5 people in this stream. And after it happened, Johnny, and well, all that happened after. That's insane. But I know that that's a change a little bit. At least I'm changing a little bit, So
yeah, and I like that. That'll grow the hobby as well. I was saying before, women that maybe don't feel comfortable in one thing because there's just so many guys everywhere, and then they find a group like yours, and they go and say, oh, hey, these are people just like me. They're single women, they're women with kids, and from all walks of life. So that just helps grow the hobby. I am all for anything that grows the hobby of, well, finance and NFTs in general, but Akomi and Veve and the metaverse and the digital collectibles. So I really like that. Do you ever feel like this is a dream? Like Akomi, like you're gonna wake up and Akomi doesn't exist. It's like, oh.
Yes, like every day. Like I'm like, this is real. Like when I received the merch from Veve, I was like, me? What on earth? Like, how is this happening? Like in the beginning of January, I was starting to work in the university of my dreams. I was having a good position. And right now I'm doing streams about Veve, about NFTs. Like, how that happened? Like, am I dreaming? I'm still in the clinic. What's going on in my mind? Yes, all the time. And for you?
Yeah, I never dreamed that this would happen. Like, I thought when I was first getting into the military, I thought that maybe, if I served 20 years, by the end of that 20 years, if I really saved up, and I would maybe have like $100,000, and then I got out after 4 years, still with not having. I had like a couple grand to my name, and then started a business, and everything grew so quickly, so fast. Nothing like that has. I wouldn't expect it. You'd ask me 10 years ago, you think it'd be a millionaire like by 30? Like, no way. Not even in like 2018, where I was starting to make some money, and I was like, maybe I could do it by 40. By the time I'm 40 years old, and then I keep. Yeah, no, I don't. I got very lucky. I don't believe it. I would be, because it doesn't make sense. Like, if you were to wake up and Akomi doesn't exist, and you try to tell someone like what they did. Listen, they have like Disney and Marvel and Star Wars and DC and all these amazing brands under one banner, and everyone's gonna like, you couldn't tell that you were dreaming? That would never happen in real life. And I was like, yeah, but the way they did it was so cool. And yeah, it's so weird. So
yes, and especially brands that are competition like DC and Marvel. How do you have both? Like, yeah. How that happened, man? Like, what? No much.
Yeah, I get like emotional. I get like emotional about it sometimes. I can't believe this is real life. I can't believe we're not only like born in a time where we're able to see this, but just to be able to live in a timeline where this is happening and nobody knows it yet, but also just to be a part of it. Also, like this, if there is a documentary made, which I assume there will be at one point, I think that we'll have a little piece in that. There'll be like a minute or so where they show some of the content creators. It's great to be a part of it, to watch the community grow. So that's my. What are your What are your thoughts on how many people we're going to have next year? Like, how many people you think will join the app and buy Omi?
In the app?
Yeah.
We are right now in 500,000.
Yeah.
Easily more than 1 million, especially with Disney.
Yeah.
And this is just the kind of first year, man. Yes, easily I will say it. If everything keeps growing this at this speed, I will say that 1 million easily.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping about 1 million by the end of the year, hopefully by late next month, and that's like 6 to 8 weeks. But Ray Grenade makes a really good point that there's only 5 different ways to buy Omi right now, on like Ascendex and there, but there are 375 ways to buy Doge. So even if we get 1/10 of what Doge has and we have 37 pairs, that's a lot, and we could go and we could moon really, really hard.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that'll happen.
Because actually, I don't know if you saw, I wrote a post on Facebook about how to get Omi. I know that there are many ways, but I start with the easiest for people that are new people. And it was really hard to make the post. And just by writing them, I was thinking, man, if this is hard to just writing, how hard it is going to be to someone that is new into the crypto space. So we really need more options, actually.
No. We have one of the most awesome YouTubers here, Crypto Far West.
Crypto Far West, I love this man. I don't even know him in like person, but he is one of the best people that I have met. Like a big shout out to him. He's awesome. I love him.
Yeah, I love absolutely. They're pretty awesome. They're pretty great.
We have really awesome people in the community, to be honest.
Yeah. Omar Casada says, "We are the aliens," and Tic Tac UFO was real. Reese is an alien, so yeah.
I agree. I do believe so.
He's too good looking. Either no human is that good looking. Like it's impossible.
Yes, this is awesome.
But I would say that what did you guys think in Mexico a few years ago when you see these memes coming out of like, hey, we're all gonna try to invade Area 51 and free the aliens? What was your guys' reaction to that? Did you think like, you Americans have lost it? You deserve it? What was the mindset and culture for you guys?
I have to think be like Colombian and kind of Mexican, because perspectives are very different, even though that we are Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans, they are not surprised, because Mexicans like all that kind of stuff. They're like, oh yes, because we have also the Mayas, and so they have their own theories. They were not surprised. Like,
but what about Colombians? What did you guys think?
Colombians. That's a good question. Colombians are more skeptical, way more skeptical. So we don't believe that easy. So we're like, Americans are crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, Colombians are more skeptical, but Mexicans, no, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would love it if people would actually do that. Like I had a couple of friends that were stationed at Nellis Air Force Base, which is not too far away from Area 51. And what we were going to do is we were going to set up on a mountainside, like right next to Area 51, and we were just going to have a cookout. We were going to have drinks, and we were going to watch as people would try to run and invade. But then, like, it didn't happen. But I definitely want to do that at some point. Hopefully, the next big thing we can watch.
What do you think there is in that place? What do you think there is?
Most likely it's just experimental aircraft. Most likely it's just. But dude, I don't know. Like, there's some people that have asked questions of people who used to work there, and you could tell that the people that they only let out certain different things. They only, because I mean that, like, from like a normal guy in the military, I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement for random things. So I could only imagine the type of non-disclosure agreement, that NDA, that you'd have to sign when leaving Area 51 if you worked there for a lot. You would need. I only had secret clearance, there are, I guess, some things you'd have top secret for, but that goes beyond top secret. Like there's top secret, and then there's like Yankee White, and you have to like sign your life away, something like that. I don't know. I want to believe. I hope not, because I hope that aliens aren't being held captive. Because like if there was, let's say that like aliens, let's say that they do exist and they're whatever, like don't go to Earth. It's like when Mufasa tells Simba, that is the dark place. You must never go there. And then they go, because we're a dangerous people. And when that happened, and let's say some drunk alien teenagers crash land, they stole their parents' UFO and they crashed on Earth. And then suddenly, well, what happens? We're capturing them and keeping them captive. I really hope that's not the case. I really hope that that's not something that is happening. But if it's a thing where somehow aliens have a agreement with the government saying like, hey, we're not going to give you any of our technology because we know your capacity for destruction, but we will let you use our DNA for like testing to help cure like cancer or something, and maybe they're voluntarily. That would be cool.
What about? I'm just saying a conspiracy theory. What about if the guy that made Bitcoin and started all the blockchain was actually an alien, huh? Because we don't know anything about.
That's true. That's true. It's very possible. I
actually have heard that theory before, kind of, that some alien did that.
I've heard that too. Not just with that, but like Einstein got some of his equations in a dream, and it's like, okay, well, does that really happen? Like in equations to explain the universe in a dream? Maybe it's aliens sending you like coded messages. And like same thing with like Paul McCartney, who had said that he had the song Yesterday, that song?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that he learned that in a dream. And maybe like someone that bangs out that many hits in that amount of time, like have to have some type of help, I guess. You have to like, so yeah, I would love alien technology. If you have trying to think, it's almost like magic. Like if you were to take an iPhone, and bring it back to like the 70s or 80s, people would be like, what on, like, what is that? Like the amount that technology increases, it's almost unbelievable. Like at the rate of which it increases, like how are people doing that? Yeah.
There are a lot of things that we don't know for sure. And
yeah.
So for me, for peace of mind, I try to think, well, like I said, if there are aliens, good. If they are not, well, good. Because what is not affecting us right now, so why should we worry about that?
Yeah. Oh, like her.
Oh.
We're your friends. We're totally your friends. We're
of course. Oh, that's so sweet.
So what are your thoughts on that? And this could be both good and bad, but definitely short-term good, where we're in the Veveverse and everyone's hanging out with each other. And let's say people that don't have friends in real life for whatever reason, but they have friends in the Veveverse. And maybe like the one or two people in their life, like maybe a parent or like a brother or whatever, that they don't hang out with their family or loved ones as much because they're in the Veveverse, where, like your parents like supposedly like, oh, well, you have to love me. And they don't really feel loved by any other person because they've never had that someone choose to hang out with them. But now in the Veveverse, suddenly, oh, I have people that are excited to see me, that are. Do you think that could be dangerous, that people are so into into this virtual reality that they're no longer experiencing their own reality?
Well, we can see it right now with people that is so into Veve, into the different social media. Yeah, I think that is going to happen. I talk about this with all my homies, because this is the thing with the social media. When you don't have like a life out there, and you find here a space, what are you going to be more focused on this, right? So we can see even in places like Japan and China, where there are a lot of people, and for the same reason that there is a lot of people, they are more focused on trying to get they are trying to connect with other people through gaming, so people can just lose their mind and into a metaverse that gives them a voice or makes them feel that they are special, which they are already. But yeah, I think people is going to go into the Viviverse, that real life is going to be like to have to like, it's kind of, I don't know if this happened to you, but outside of this, no one knows about NFTs. If I walk into the street and I tell them that I stream with Vivi and I got a package from Vivi, they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they they don't know. They will though. I think at some point in the next couple of years, Vivi will be a household name, and then like you'll have you'll have some celebrity status. Might not be right away. It'll probably be. I mean, at a con, you'll definitely see that at Designer Con. Because you're giving me that look, but I've seen it before where someone that's in that, like my friend Lindsay, who used to cosplay, and she's pretty quiet, reserved girl, likes to party now, but when she started cosplaying, and she's really good at it, she makes all her own stuff, and my friend Erica does the same thing. That they're just like normal people, but then when they go to Comic-Con, and I had this a couple of times, but they're just sort of like, oh my God, can I get your picture? And it's like a celebrity. Are you going to cosplay when you're at DesignerCon? Are you going to be like Supergirl, or are you just going in like a Veve shirt?
No, I think I'm going to take some of my shirts, and that's it. I'm planning to design some cool stuff, but for me, just to show that I'm in with the Veve team. Well, not with them, but I mean with the Veve family,
Yeah.
But no,
Okay.
I don't even know how to do cosplay, so.
Oh, it's like, I mean, some people get really creative with it and they try to make everything themselves. I don't have the talent for that, so I just buy like a costume and I wear it, and that's just it.
Maybe if I find a good costume of Supergirl, I might.
Yeah, that'd be
wear
fun.
it, but I don't have it, and I don't know where to find it.
Yeah, that would be. But yeah, as you were saying, I'm kind of addicted to because like, when I first retired, I was like, I watch Netflix. I'll still go to like a bar every now and then with friends. I'll go to the gym. But then here, like everybody knows and loves me, so it's like, okay, I'll spend some more time on YouTube than I would, with other things. So yeah, I think I kind of fall into that category myself.
Yes, Randy, come on. Of course, you are a celebrity in Veve. Plus, everyone says that when you have Veve Land in the Viviverse, you are going to rent to a lot of people. So
yeah, I can't wait. Are you gonna get land in there, or are you just like excited for the games?
I want to. I really want to, but I don't know how much that is going to cost. But I would love to have my own. I'm thinking to have my house and a university or a school or something like that in the Viviverse.
Yeah, I want like I want 5 Pokemon. Yeah, I want a bunch of Pokemon. So I know you're really excited for Harry Potter stuff and Charmander. What are some of the things? I was going over this with Cavell Anderson last night. I was on his channel, where I think that in some video games there are different troops get different and different effects. Like in the game Advance Wars, like Fog of War, where you can't really see anything. You can only see a couple spaces in front of you. But if you're in the woods, they won't be able to see you unless they're right next to you. So I think that there might be some stealth games that you would like Invisible Woman to have, or you might have like, oh, hey, these people are firing lasers, so you might have to get the Thing, from Fantastic Four, because he's rock hard OP defense. What are some games that you're excited for in the Viviverse? Like, games? Is it fighting? Is it racing?
I like games like strategy, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I don't know the names in English. Well, some strategy games that we have to, that if I don't know how to say that. Age of Empires, I think, is the name in English.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Something like that. Or I would like to have also a space for Nintendo, like Mario Bros. And
Yes,
that
I
would be
love it.
because I'm not a gamer, to be honest. Like I'm not good at gaming, but I do know some of them. But Mario Bros. And I love Mario Bros. So I would
I
love to have the
I
space
do
for.
too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got a bunch of this. I can't wait. Just riding a Yoshi and just like, oh God. Do you like anime?
I do like, but I haven't watched that much, to
Gotcha.
be honest.
There's this one scene, or like in the opening of Attack on Titan, where it's like the main theme song, or like, they're all
Ah,
riding horses, and I want to be Mario on a Yoshi, and maybe we're fighting like a giant thing or whatever, and I want that theme song to be playing while I'm riding a Yoshi, pretending I'm like an Attack on Titan. Like, so
oh,
so I can't wait for that to happen. Cannot
oh,
wait for it.
or with Pokemon, if we have Pokemon to try to go in the Beavers and hunt the Pokemon.
Yeah, riding on a Rapidash, riding on a Ponyta. That's
Oh my God, that would be so. Please, David, you and them, please do something like that. I would
I
love
can't.
to.
I know this. Eventually, we'll probably get something like that. I know it's years away, but that's gonna be one of my favorite things to do. I don't know if I would. What's your when you do? I know you said you want to help people, especially like single mothers. Where in the world do you want to do that? Do you want to do it in your hometown in Colombia? Do you want to do it in Mexico? Move to the States and do that? Where's the?
Maybe I have to start for home, and for home for me is Colombia and Mexico.
Okay.
And not Mexico City. In Mexico, I will go to Nayarit State.
Okay.
And there is an orphanage there that is for girls, and I would like to help to donate eventually for them.
Yeah.
And also in Tepic, that is where is it, and also in Colombia, of course. Yes, I would love to.
Yeah, I would. I'm trying to think on the ideas of where would you make like a brand? Would you like teach other people like how you're doing it, and then say, okay, now you take care of this part of the city or the state, and I'll move to another part, or is it just something that only you can do?
First, I want to focus more on investing and growing maybe a business or something, so I can afford a non-profit where I can educate women into the finance, into the investment, into the STEM side, or another kind of skills. And just if I can afford more, but that would be way better.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. It's a good team. I go to help animals. You're good to help people. So let's help the world one day.
Yes, I really. It's funny because I love animals, like, especially dogs. Dogs are my favorite.
Yeah.
And yes, that would be great. Because what is the point of having money or a little bit of popularity or fame, which I never and I'm not looking for. But if that happens, what is the point of just having it? Just to brag about your name? And so what? And people won't remind you when you die. So, but if you make a change in the world, then you use what we're given to you to do good. I think that's better. So that's what I like about you, that you don't want to have money just to brag and just, how do you say, like, I have this, but you want to
Just like
give.
show off. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't.
like to show. What is the point of having a lot of things if it's just for you? What is the point of that? I don't understand. But if you have something, I do believe that you are responsible to give back to the people.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Also, I would feel really weird. Like a bunch of people are always asking, like, "Hey, Randy, you when are you going to stream from your mansion?" And like, even if Omi hit $1 next year at like $100 million, I don't think I'd ever get like a mansion. Like it's too big. It's too like the only reason I would get like a bigger house is just so I could have more pets. Like that's the only reason. But I'm fine. I would be like, I have a 1-bedroom now, but I'd be fine next year with like a 2-bedroom and maybe a third one for like the pets and that's it. I don't really need any, and it would still be an apartment also. I don't know if I'd get a house right away. But yeah, it's just because that big of a house, you're gonna have to clean that much, and it's a lot. I don't like to clean.
I know. I do, and I like to focus my time on things that I love, and I prefer to pay to someone that helps me, because even I'm giving them a job, so they can have something in return and they can help me in the time that I'm focusing on other business. I would do if I had the money. If not, I have to do it.
I don't have a nonprofit yet, but I do have the Chavez Trading Company and the Chavez Canto Project. What's going to be the name of your first business or nonprofit?
Wow, that is a good question. I have never thought about that till now. I haven't never thought about that. I don't have a name yet.
Okay, all right.
I think I'm just building. I know what I want to do, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Oh, no. How when I'm going to get it, or when I'm going to start it, because I need first money to use it. But I don't have maybe I like there is a concept in Greek that is called kalokagatos. That means, well, it's a complex concept to explain.
Yeah.
When you have to focus into I don't know how to explain that. That is so hard to explain in English. Sorry. It's basically the balance between being good and being smart, and being like basically how you have to have a balance. You cannot be just beautiful outside, but you are a trash person inside. So you have to be both in your mind, in your soul, and in your everything. So that word I really like. Maybe Kalokagatos Foundation or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's really good. It's also hard to be sometimes. There's because every now and then at least for me, every now and then you kind of want to be selfish. You kind of want to just like, I have this like, I feel like if I put most of my stuff into charity, I can have these parties like the 10-cent party and the 30-cent party and the 50-cent. So I feel like that's fine, but at the end of the day, I know that like these parties, even though I'm only planning on like 4 or 5 of them, will cost like thousands or tens of that, or the dollar party would be like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that could definitely be used elsewhere. But it
still is fine. Like there is a balance, Randy. I think I do believe in helping, but also I believe that you have to be rewarded for your work. And if that is something that is going to give you joy, why not? So it's a balance. It's not about just I'm going to give everything to charity and forgot about everything else. No. It's a balance, a smart balance between both. So, and you will have more because you are also investing in people by doing that.
That's true too. Yeah, and investment. That's probably one of the best investments you could make. That's how I made a lot of my fortune, was investing in other business owners. They need money for something, I'll give it to them, and they pay back. It's good.
I wish one day I can do that.
You will. You'll get there. Ovo says, "Are we going to do a meet and greet?" I think I don't know how many people would actually want to do like the meet. Like we'll be out. Like we'll be there at the con. We'll be at the booth, and so we'll be around. But I don't know if we plan to do. A meet and greet is like we sit at a table and everyone like takes pictures with us, and they. I don't know how many people would want to do that. Like,
I don't think. Well, for me, that would be weird. Like, who wanted to take pictures with me?
I mean, well, there's probably a bunch of people that'd be like, "Hey, like, I love your stuff." Like, when I'm talking about, like, it happens to big YouTubers a lot, like Markiplier or like Mr. Beast or those guys. They have like millions of subscribers. I mean, if you're there and you want to meet us, it's going to be pretty informal. I think people just go like, "Oh," and just tap me on the shoulder and be like. And then I guarantee a bunch of people are going to meow at me. Like, meow, meow. Like, oh, meow, guys.
But you are big. You have 5,000 followers. So you probably will have to do, and also Taps, but I only have 1,000.
Taps got like 13,000 followers. It's insane. He's going to be the big one. He's going to be the big celebrity. And he looks tall, too. So I feel like people would spot him pretty easily. I know, like, they could lose you in a crowd because you're like 5'2". And I'm only 5'9", so I feel like Taps is like 6 foot something though. He looks tall.
The good thing about being short, no one will see me like.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the 007 poster sets? Because there are 4 of them, and I think they're okay.
What I thought about the price, about the drop.
I guess the artwork. I guess a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Well, in the art, I didn't like them. It's like, okay, but I do love that it has a utility. It's one of the first utilities that we have by getting a drop.
Yeah.
Which means that you have the tickets, even though there maybe is a ticket for cinema, but it still is a utility. And that breaks the barrier of that we can have actually real utility. With Disney, we are going to have the subscription. How do you say subscription?
Yeah.
For Disney Plus, and that I that's what I like about the 0000, that one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I really sorry. Like, I try my best and my English, but sometimes it's hard, especially with Complex's idea. It's so hard to explain because Spanish is way different. So yeah, sorry about that. I tried my best.
I mean, your English is about 100 times better than my Spanish, so you're good. Yeah, I feel really bad that like some people, they invite me to like Spanish things, like God, I don't really speak it like at all. I don't understand like every couple of words, and that's so I should probably get on that. It's like I have time. I just because I have, I speak. I can get by. Like, go to Mexico, Colombia. I could ask certain questions that where are certain things, and I could order food and that'd be fine. But actual, like, if I tried to like date someone in like Mexico or Brazil or Peru, it just wouldn't work. I'm probably better at Russian than I am in that aspect.
I think what could help me is maybe to, like, I have never been more than 4 days in the States. So maybe if I can spend more time in a place like that, maybe my English can get better. So I will have to see what the time brings to me.
Yeah, when I used to work at a pizza place, and the whole kitchen was Spanish. Like, I used my Spanish, and it got a lot better. And but then I didn't work in the pizza place anymore, so I haven't done anything in a while. So I'll at some point, I don't know, maybe I'll own it. I'll buy a pizza place and then converse with all the people there.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I think, Black Magic says he found another favorite content creator. Yeah. Well, I guess people thought that I was. No, I'm not that tall. I'm pretty short. So if we get 10 cents next year, will you come to the Long Island party?
I hope so.
Okay, good.
I hope so. I hope that I will be in all of the parties to celebrate with my BB family, because I love you guys. I really do.
So it looks like 10 cents will be Long Island, 20 cents will be Vegas, 30 cents will be Florida. I think 40
Cancun? What happened? When Cancun party?
When do you want Cancun party? How far away are you from Cancun?
I'm far. I'm the other side. But it's way easier to get to Cancun than to get to other places.
That's true. I guess we could do Cancun at 60 cents, maybe? Or whenever you want. Just be like, guys, just when's the millionaire status for you? Like, what does Omi have to reach?
What do you mean?
Well, like, when you have $1 million, what does Omi have to reach for you to get the $1 million?
First, I need to get my first million on Omi. I don't have $1 million. Remember, for me, it's really expensive to buy Omi. I just have to put a small amount. Yeah, but I'm on my way. One day.
Yeah, you'll see a lot. You'll see a large rise in income in the next couple months, because you'll be able to monetize soon. You got 1,000 subscribers, and so that'll be good. But yeah, we'll let us know when you want to do the Cancun party, and we'll talk about it at DesignerCon. Yeah.
Because actually, Cancun is not cheaper than all the places.
Yeah.
Maybe you should start by going to the cheapest one first, no?
Okay.
Or maybe the second cheapest. I don't know.
We shall talk about it. I know that they want to do, maybe the 50 cent one's got to be a a Europe thing because Hello K and W Champ they definitely because they're out in England. So maybe we should do Europe for 50 cents. And then we could go like Germany, Austria. Oh my God, so much fun. You've been to Europe. It's so much fun.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
Yeah. Only 0.0076. Let's get it.
Yes, let's go.
And then we get a...
Which exchange do you use for OMI?
So BitForex seems to be the easiest.
Just because you're in the States, right?
Well, New York does not want you to do it. Like New York is very and also I don't have a computer. I just have a phone and a tablet. But the app, when I try BitForex, I can get on it for like a minute before it like shuts down and closes me out. So I still have a couple $100 worth of Bitcoin in there and just like stuck in there until I get a computer. So I have to figure it out. Do you guys have Taco Bell down there?
I have never been in Taco Bell.
So it is, if you have the choice of getting like actual good, food versus Taco Bell, like get the good food. But there's a couple things at Taco Bell that are just like, they're good. So we'll get you a smorgasbord of stuff, me and Tass, when we're in Decon. Maybe we'll get a car, or just Uber. Well, Uber eats it. I don't know, but either way, we'll get a bunch of food. Don't eat the food at the con. We will. Well, you don't really drink, so you don't have to worry about the beer or the alcohol. But the con food, yeah. So don't worry about the food at the con, or don't worry about the drinks. We'll get outside food and bring it in because that's usually a lot better. Because at the con, the food will be okay. But yeah, if you're in California, there's gonna be some good food. I'm so hungry right now. I still haven't eaten.
Randy, you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I know. I haven't gone. So I'll eat food. I'll chill for a little bit. I'll go to the gym, and then we'll do it. And then we'll go high hopes for $2.36. That might take towards the end of the decade. That might be several years away. That might be a lot. Not give her Taco Bell. It's embarrassing. I still like it. I like it. It is when
I will have to try and judge. They will hate tacos. I'm not even real Puccinos, real Mexican.
I'll get you like the good stuff at Taco Bell, and then because it's.
I will make my decision if it's not bad.
Yeah. You'll have like a bite of each, and then see which one's the best. Do you like sushi?
What?
Do you like sushi?
I don't like seafood.
Oh, okay. All right. Disregard.
Nothing spicy or seafood.
Yeah. Okay. So disregard on the sushi then, and the seafood. Do you like steak?
Ooh. I'm Colombian. I love
steak. Your reaction like oof.
Yes, I love meat. I would like to be vegetarian, but to be honest, I really like meat and steak, so I can do it.
I love meat. I love steak. It's like one of my favorite things. So I should get some today. I should. See, the problem is that like all my other friends, they like work and they just like I can't leave on like a Thursday and go out to lunch for 2 hours. Like why not? So that yeah. I love a good steakhouse. I love that. So much food. Yeah. But we've been going for about 3 hours right now. I'm sorry for keeping you this long.
Oh my God, 3 hours right now? Oh my God, that's crazy. When that happened?
I don't know. I think somewhere between aliens and football. So that'll be. I'm really excited for. I wonder if they have a haunt. Like Disneyland, supposedly not too far away from DesignerCon.
I'm going to Disney. Okay, so
you going on Thursday?
I'm going on Monday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to. I had to cancel my ticket, but I'm going on Monday.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Yes. It's the first time as well in Disney. I have never been in Disney, so
I've never been to that Disney either. because that's Disneyland. I've been to Disney World in Florida, but yeah, Disneyland I've never been to. I wonder if I should. No, I can't. I can't say that. But I'll go there at some point. We shall see.
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah. Think about stamps. Did you get the stamps? And how big is Day of the Dead for you in Colombia as opposed to? I know Mexico, they love it.
No, in Colombia we don't have. That's weird. That's a weird celebration for them. Like, why do you celebrate that? But that's just tradition there. But I do understand Mexican culture. For me, was important. But I got an uncommon, but I had to flip it because I need gems. But Nemo, like, what can I do?
Yeah, no, I feel you. But yeah, thank you everyone for all the Snapchats. Do you have any final thoughts or final questions or final things you want to get out?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much, Randy, for giving me the trust to be here with you. It's an honor for me. Thank you so much for also being with me in Voices of Veve. And I would love to meet you in VCon. And thank you so much for your followers to be here with us.
Wait.
They are awesome. And especially you, Randy, thank you so much. You're great.
And you actually got like 20 subscribers because now you have 1.02. So you got you got a good amount.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I have to celebrate.
So I'm going to go listen to I Can Do Better because I haven't heard that yet, apparently.
Yeah,
so I'm about, but thank you so much for coming on the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out for 3 hours. It's great. I cannot wait to meet. Was it like a week and a half, something like that?
For me, in that week I will be there. I arrive at this time. I will be traveling.
Yeah, good for you. I'll get there safe travels. I will get there the next day after you. It'll be super exciting. And then we'll do the thing. We'll meet up on Friday. We'll do whatever at the con, and then karaoke on Friday. The fans and one of us got to live stream it because apparently everyone wants to see it. So
yes, that would be great. Oh my God, I can't wait, guys.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for the super chats, and go subscribe to Wendy. All right. I'll see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Meow meow. Meow meow.